Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hangout in Art. This is a live stream with live people in chat. We hang out, we talk about art, we maybe work on some art projects, show new supplies, techniques, answer questions. We just kind of hang out and have fun. It's not a class, it's not a tutorial, but if you have any questions, if you're talking to Colleen or I, put them in caps. If we don't see you, if we're, in the zone with what we're working on, there's tons of people in chat who will be happy to answer. And we've got great mods, lots of nice people here. So welcome. How is everybody today? Let's see who's here. We'll do the roll call. Dorothy, Eileen, Judy, Peggy, Dark, Kimberly, Patty, good morning. We've got a nice crowd so far. So how's everybody doing? How about this crazy weather? We're in a freeze warning, and we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches of snow tonight. Hey, Pamela. So I'm really glad I went out and bought those pansies, but I think they'll be okay. I just got 4 pots to put around the house just to kind of brighten it up. So I think I'll throw a sheet over them tonight, and I think they'll be okay. But I remember, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, we actually had a freeze in May, and I had my water fountain out and it froze. I know, it's like the regulars are here early, the early birds. Okay, Eileen, Florida had some bad storms yesterday and more coming today. I know this weather I don't know what's going on. And then I'm watching the news and they're like, oh, it's the warmest year. 2020 was the warmest year in history. Well, not a fun thing to say when we're going to have freeze in April. Okay, Kimberly's got 75 and beautiful on the East Coast. Okay, so we're going to Kimberly's. So up north on the coast, it's nicer. That sounds like the place to be. Let me see if I can find this picture, because it took a really cool picture, but this was in May. Okay, Peggy's got 70. And, okay, your hubby's going to go get some nets. Oh, you said they're coming already today. I think we're just north of the zone, so hopefully we won't get many. But I'm not looking forward to that. All right, let me see if I can find this photo, because it's kind of a cool photo. Let's see. All right, so I don't think it was May 2020. I think it was May 2019. So let me go back there. I'm not sure. So what's anybody working on some good stuff, or? I can't find it. But it was really late in the spring, and the whole thing, the fountain was on all night, and the whole thing just froze. The water froze running down. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Candy. Hey, Judy. Did you see the due date for the swap? Janet Young is hosting a Zentangle Swap, and I swear she said it was January 1st for the due date. So Judy and I were like, oh yeah, we should be able to get them done. It's actually June 1st, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and do it. I am gonna do it. But I thought that was funny. Judy and I are like, yeah, we'll do it. We can start them in December. Okay, I'll have to look for that picture later. I don't see it. Let's see. All right, I see Dorothy's stitching. Fun. Hey, Janet. I'm gonna send you an email today to join the swap, even though it's June 1st and not January 1st. I know, it was funny because I'm like, did you say January 1st? And then Judy's like, January 1st? I'll do it. I am. But I heard at the end it was June 1st. So how many, can I ask you real quick, how many do we need to make? And if somebody wants to put up Janet's link, you can watch her YouTube video for information. Okay, Bizup's watching and resting. Let's see, Peggy's working on a typewriter journal. How's that going, Peggy? Okay, Judy's gonna send Tangle. Good, Judy. Send me pictures. Send me pictures on IG or Twitter. That'll make you, it'll give you incentive. Anybody else working? Oh, Maryland's the epicenter for cicadas. Ooh. All right, Eileen's, they're gonna have 80s today. Yeah, let's all go to Kim. She's got the best weather. All right. Let's see. Okay, Judy's at Tangley. I'm just going through chat to see if I missed anybody. Bizup's watching and resting. Hey, Lena, working and lurking. Okay, 6 ATCs. That's doable. I can do 6. I'll send you an email today, Janet. I think, is Janet, go ahead and put your link in there. Oh, Helen's got it, I think. Morning, Helen. Hi, Nettie. Patty's unloading the dishwasher. Yeah, good times. Okay, so I have to say, Patty and I have made a commitment to just to try to do some art every day, and when we do, we send each other a picture. And so far, it's been pretty good. We've only missed a couple days where either one of us didn't do any. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Patty and there's only been like a couple days where neither one of us did some art. So that's kind of good if you get a buddy and say, okay, snap a picture of what you do today. It kind of gives you a little bit of incentive. Oh, wow. Peggy couldn't sleep last night, so she made 5 ATCs already. If you have my address, you don't. Yes, I've got it, Janet. So, okay, thanks. Put me on the list. Yeah, Peggy's cranking them out. Hey, Devin. Hey, Devin. So I think you guys can tell, I don't think I sound stuffed up today like I have the past few weeks. I think the sinus stuff is finally cleared up. Fingers crossed. So the big thing will be the next time I go out and I have to wear a mask if it all comes back again. But I'm hoping, knock on wood, this is it. And I'm also excited. Today's 2 weeks after my second vaccine. So I'm safe. So I'm getting, I don't know if I'll do it today, but I'm going to go get a manicure. Mani and pedi. I cannot wait. Okay, so let me see. So I've just been kind of organizing, making some papers, just kind of doing little projects. Input essential oils on my, oh, okay, I will. Like, somebody had suggested lavender. So is that lavender? Or Peggy also gave me some video with some sinus massage things to do, and that really helps. I do those almost every day now. They're just like, it takes like 5 minutes, really light massage. Okay, Judy's second is on the 10th. I know, it's like such a good feeling. Just like, to know I can hopefully we can go visit our daughter now. It's been, how long has it been? It'll be 2 years in May that I've seen my grandkids, so, and my daughter and her husband. So we're looking forward to that. So, and Malcolm will be going soon. Oh, good, Kimberly. Oh, rub a little Vicks in your mask. That's a good idea. I use a blend with eucalyptus. Okay. I'll go to the health food store and see what I can do, because I do, and I have the mask that has where you can slip in the filter. So I suppose I can just put a little bit of that on the filter and then slip it in the mask. So thanks. You guys always have such good ideas. Hey, Deb. All right. Oh, Deb is biz up. Thank you, Pacola. Thanks, Helen. I was going to ask, and then I got busy in chat. Oh, Peggy also started an eye massage for eye bags. Oh, keep us posted, Peggy. Peggy's got lots of good tips. Okay, so basically, I've just been kind of putzing, doing different things. But I started this garden journal a few weeks ago. No, I would not have been able to breathe. We had gotten these cool file folders from Erin Klossner, who is trying to reach to 1,000. She's almost there. She only needs 21 more. So if Helen or one of the other mods can put in Erin's link, in Colleen's link. Colleen's getting close too. She's less than 30 away, I think. Erin has 21. So they're kind of neck and neck. But she had sold these file folders online, and they're kind of cool. They're small size, so like we all do. We all bought some. Eileen showed us. I still haven't done it yet, but she had showed us a good binding technique. Colleen had done that a few weeks ago, and we just started. She did a garden page in hers, and then I love the calendar, so I ordered the calendar. So basically, we've been putting together a little garden journal with these file folders from using some of the same calendar and then doing other stuff too. So I've just kind of been working on mine here and there. And when I do a journal, I don't sit down and like, okay, today I'm going to make this journal and then put it all together, decorate it, and it's all finished in one day. I don't have a timeline. I'm not under pressure. So it's not like I have a deadline. So I just kind of go at my own pace. So this is what I've been doing the past few weeks, and it's been a lot of fun. Hey, Eileen. Oh, okay. But now we have backward file. I know, now we have backward file folders. So that's another thing. Eileen and we found the file folders online, and we're like, oh my God, so many people want them. We can order our own. And that way, it frees up more for Erin. So we got our file folders. Eileen got hers first. And I'm like, oh, thanks for reminding me. I forgot to place my order. So oh, that's the right one. So she got hers first, and she's like, my folders are backwards. Like, what do you mean your folders are backwards? She's like, my file folders are backwards. I'm like, oh, we'll just take them apart and put them the other way. So then I get my file folders. My file folders are backwards. The thing about Erin's is they're perfect for making a book because they fold on the left-hand side. These, I guess if you're in Japan or China where they read back to front, they would be good for that. So we each have 100 backwards file folders. But the good thing is you can just, I figured out we can just take them apart, and which Colleen did with hers anyway. She actually put hers together and cut them to make pages. So we can actually take them apart if we want to keep it as a folder. And then just put it back together. Okay, Candy. The opposite way. And then just trim the edges and they'll be fine. But then if you don't want to keep it as a pocket, you know, what Colleen did with hers, she just cut the bottom and she opened them up. Well, I went back in to see if I could find them going the other way, and they all go backwards. So what I found were these little mini file folders that are like the pockets, but they're a folder. Here, let me put my camera out. They're a folder, not a pocket, so you don't have to cut them. So I bought a bunch of those. Go back up so you can see it there. So I bought a bunch of these. They're just mini file folders, which are also backwards, but you just fold it in half and you have it this way. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, so now we have to do 100 of them. Or you could do Asian journals and do them all backwards. But that's, hey, Michelle. So that's the story of the file folders. If you do happen to find them online, because I don't think Erin has any more. Yeah, we'll be having a sale. I'll use them. I'll use them for stuff. I love these pockets. I think they're really fun, and there'll be lots of different things we can do with them. So if anybody is looking for these online, just be aware all the ones we see online are right-handed. The ones Erin has are left-handed. So if she gets any more, I'd love to buy some more from her. But so that was the story of the file folders. So here, so to get, okay, where did you get those file folders? I got them from, I didn't get them on Amazon. I got them from a place, like an office supply place. When Colleen comes, I'll go and look for the link for where I got mine. Where did you get yours, Eileen? Did you say you got yours? The ones you just got. The ones I just got, the same place I got the backwards ones from. And they're really good. They shipped out in a day. I had them in a couple days. The same place I got the backwards ones from. These backwards ones. So yeah. So I will, when Colleen gets here, I will put a link up. I'll look for it. But so just keep an eye out if you get the urge to buy some. Okay, so here's mine. This is a temporary binding I did because I wasn't sure if I was going to add any more pages, any more folders, but I don't think I am. So this is just kind of a temporary one I did, and then I'm going to do the real one once this is all finished. So the first page, the cover, I kept, so we need the backward, yes, we need the backward link. Okay, so the front cover I used as a pocket. I did the file folder pocket. So you can tuck, I think I tucked some stuff in here just that I was working on. I was playing around trying to make some tags and stuff to put in. So you can put pictures, you can put tags, little whatnots in here. And this is, I cut this out of that calendar. And then just added some, I've been adding stuff as I go along. Same thing with these. Let me get my little stand so we don't get so much glare. Okay. All right, so here we go. Okay. All right. So this is the next page, and I've also been using my crocodile and doing eyelets with stuff. They just adds like a nice touch to it. So then here again, I started with finding, I did jelly prints. I took the file folders apart like this. I just took them apart and then made jelly prints out of them. And then the ones that I was leaving as a pocket, I just glued it back together. So that's what I did with that. So the backgrounds are all different jelly prints. And then I started by going through my calendars and maybe some magazines and put down just some pictures to get started. And then I went back, added some focal points, went back, went through my stash, just added little bits and pieces of botanical and garden stuff. So I would say, I think this one I think is done. This, I didn't want to cover up this, so I just clipped it with a little antique paper clip on the bottom. This is a sticker. This is a vintage playing card. Freebird popped into my mind, so I typed that one out. Okay, this one, what did I do? Okay, this one I cut off the bottom and left it open. I didn't put it back together. So this was the same thing. Jelly print, flower from the calendar for the focal point, added some vintage cards, did some doodling. I may add a couple more daisies or flowers on here. I just wanted something to brighten it up a bit. And then this is one of the Stamperia from their new art collection, one of their stamps. And I have to say, I'm not a big stamper, but their stamps stamp really nice. Because usually my stamps look, you can tell I don't do stamping. Their stamps are really nice. So this one, I think I might be done with this one. I just, this is a page from one of my calendars. I cut this out of a calendar. Just added some ephemera, and then it needed something, so I put down two little charms. I've got two little dragonfly charms. So, oh, thanks, guys. So I've got those. So the next page, I didn't keep as a pocket, but I kept the little flap. So I have like a little pocket. This one, I think I'm going to draw some little forget-me-nots and use my Poscas to color them in. And then I put a little bit I had some antique lace. I just added a little bit up here just to finish it off. Hey, Penny, thank you. Vintage playing card. Over here, these are my, this one. Okay, so this is the back cover of this one. These are my art foamy stamps. Used my jelly plate and then traced, did some detail with my Poscas, and then just added this little, I found this. This is a specimen card I made last year. So I just attached this with another. I've got a bunch of vintage paper clips that I've been collecting, and I thought this was cool with the yellow. So I just kind of attached that here instead of gluing it down. Okay, this one I left as a pocket. And I didn't jelly plate this one. This is a paper. It's a jelly print paper from Ingrid Ditchgers. She does collage packs, and all the papers in her collage packs are hand done. So this was actually just a blue and white jelly print. And I went back in with my Poscas and colored in with my Poscas just to give it a little more color. So that was kind of fun. This was the mailbox pocket that I showed a few weeks ago. I just made a little tag and stuck that in here. There's another little dragonfly, and the flower is just 2 brads that I cut the fasteners off and glued them together. But it's blue and white, so it matched the page. So that's what I did with that. So, and then the inside, I just used I put some blue paper, some blue scrapbook paper, and then washi tape across the top to kind of finish it off. I didn't want to do lace on every page. Hi, Penny. I didn't want to do lace on every page and get too frilly too much, but so I put a little piece of washi tape there to finish that off. I think this might be done. This is just kind of plain, but I kind of like it. Again, this was a jelly print that gone crazy. So I pushed back the color with some white acrylic paint. These are just pictures from the calendar, some other ephemera I had. This was some paper I got from Zandra. How do you do the slot with the pocket folded? Oh, I took what I did, Eileen. I took it apart. I took the envelope apart and glued it back together. Yeah, because that way I was able to do the slot in the machine with my thing, and then put the paper here, so when you put it in the slot, it didn't fall through. So I took the pocket apart and then put it back together, and then you don't see the bottom of the pocket on this page because I just put some paper. So yeah, so this, I kind of just like this one plain. I mean, I may do some doodling around here, but I just think that looks kind of nice. I am going to do some red embossing glaze on here just to make that bird pop a little bit. I think that'll be cute. I know, I love the pots. That was kind of, I was like, oh, I'll do a flower pot journal, but flower pots on every page would be kind of boring. So here's the inside of the pink mess of jelly plating, which I was able to cover most of it up. And what I did here, I left the little flap, and then I attached this. So we have like just a little flap, so you can read the back of here, see the back of the card. Then that just fits in here. Covered up all this pink with these flowers. And then this was the back, which I was able to camouflage most of that pink. This is a napkin, which I did some painting over. And then here's just some dried flowers and a sticker. And what I did was I went over the background with a yellow ochre that was washed down just to kind of get it to blend in to that page. They don't need to match, but the pink, it was just so distracting through the napkin. I think it brought out the girl a little bit more. And then again, more pictures from the calendar, on the jelly print, stickers, and that's it. And then I trimmed it. That's it. I mean, this one was pretty easy. You know when it's done, when it's done that you don't want to put any more on. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Okay, this one I left. In fact, I should glue this down. I should glue this one down. I left the flap there, but sewed it down to make a pocket and put a little bit of lace. And then this is what I was doing over the weekend. I was making specimen cards, these with dried flowers that I bought because I don't have a dry flower press and I just don't do dry flowers. But anyway, so these were made from scrapbook paper and my laminator. I put the dried flowers through the laminator and it was much easier to attach them to the cards. And this one I just added a little bit of lace so we can just stick these little little eyelet there. And then these, this was actually a freebie that I got with my pressed flowers that I got. I got a dozen little flowers. They must have put it through the laminator and then used a hole punch to make circles. So I made this specimen card. And then this, I did these through the laminator. And then I need to do something with the back of that. I put the flowers through the laminator, cut out the specimen card, glued the daisy scrapbook paper, glued the laminated flowers to the specimen card, and then glued the daisy scrapbook paper on the back. So it's kind of nice because I don't know if you've made specimen cards with the acetate. Sometimes it's hard to keep the flowers in place and then get it glued down. The laminator is tricky too because the flowers are so delicate, but it kind of, it's kind of, if you can get the laminating done, it's an easy way to get it put together. And then this one, see this, there's a third piece of scrapbook paper on here, so it's pretty sturdy. This one I did a charm. So I had the specimen card, I had my scrapbook paper. I stuck the charm through the laminator. It's a little bit wonky, but it's okay. It's a specimen card. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then I just put another piece of scrapbook paper on the back. And then I'm just going to stick these in here, but you've got a nice little thing. And I may do some doodling on the back. I'm not sure. So that was kind of fun. But these were fun to make. And let me get the link of the person I watched. She makes specimen cards out of acetate, and that's where I got a lot of my information. But instead of using the acetate, I did the laminator. And then wait a minute. Let me see the link I'm going to give you. Okay. Making pressed flowers with tags and bookmarks. Okay. So let me get this for you. Her name she's the Scribbled Word. And I just found her when I just looked on YouTube and put in pressed wildflowers through the laminator. And even though she doesn't use the laminator, this came up and she has some really good ideas for doing specimen cards. So I will post that for you. Let's see, did that go? Hopefully that went up. Let me do it here just in case. Oh yeah, it went up. All right, so to learn, because I don't want to go through, it's kind of a long, it doesn't take a lot of time, but the first time you do it, you just got to get used to working with the delicate pressed flowers and stuff. That's probably the hardest part. But if you watch her video, she has a good process, and she does them all by hand. She does them with acetate, and she actually cuts out her specimen card. She doesn't use a die cut. So if you don't have a die cut machine, this is a good one to watch. If you do have a die cut machine, it's a good one to watch because she gives you good tips on how to glue things together and how to put it together. So that was that page. And then just like a little piece of lace, some more antique lace here. This came from a pack of ephemera I had. This, I just used my jagged ruler and trim the edges. I attached it with a couple eyelets because I didn't really want to glue it down because I had gotten this piece of lace, which looks vintage, but is actually, what is it, 49 Market? Has a 3-pack of lace, which is really nice. So that's what's down here. I had this piece of lace, so I didn't really want to glue the paper on top of it. So I used the eyelets. Then I just used another piece of lace in the pack to finish off the top. And I like finishing off the tops. Here, I'm going to stick these in here so they don't fall out. I like finishing off the tops because you can see them on the front, the page before it. So I wanted to make sure those look nice. So in here, I'm going to glue something. If I draw something here, I'll probably glue in a picture under here. So we've got something to look at under here. And then this one's just kind of simple. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. This is just a flower from the calendar. And then I outlined it with my Poscas. Again, I showed you this last week. I found this in one of my books. I thought it was cute. So I kind of added it. It kind of went together. Another vintage playing card. I added some more of the vintage lace I had. This was like a Kelly green lace. I know Brooke will be happy I'm using eyelets. Since she showed everybody, now we all have to do the Japanese stab stitch she was doing yesterday. That'll make her really happy. Okay, so I just glued a little piece of lace up here just to give it a little color. And this needed something down here, so I took that's a little ladybug charm. So I just kind of glued that. So I think this is pretty much done. And then this is more of the flowers that I just outlined with Poscas. And I put the eyelets on this was CB's idea to put it on the back side. And then because I was going to put them through the front, she said, make sure to put it on the back. And it just kind of finishes it off really nice. So I don't think I'm going to add any more to it. So I'm going to go ahead and bind it. And then I just have, I think, some doodling and a picture to find. And then this will actually, I'll have finished a journal, which my journals usually are just ongoing works, but this one is going to be done. So yeah, so that's what I've been working on this past week. And I had, oh, here, let me show you. There is one more card I made that I wanted to add it, but I can't really fit it in, so I'll use it somewhere else. This was, pardon me, let me get a drink. My throat still is dry, but I'm not all congested, which is nice. Thanks, Kimberly. Okay. So this is the thank you I got from the Pressed Flowers. It's a shop on Etsy. It's Nature's Pressed Ink, and they're based in Orem, Utah. So if you go, they have naturespressed.com flowers. Yeah, naturespressed.com. They have a website, and then they have a Etsy shop. But yeah, they sent me, which I thought was nice, just 12 little flowers that were laminated. And they're sticky on the back. They're stickers, so I thought that was really nice. But then I also made this. So this was one of the file folders, and I had cut this out with my die cut. And this will just be fun. I thought of maybe putting this in here, but there's not a place for it. But it's just kind of plain. I put some lace down here because when I did the die cut, it was off center. So that made it look okay. Thanks, Helen. Helen put up the link for the Nature's Pressed on Etsy. So the lace brought it back to center. So this is, I just basically cut out the square, punched a little hole, put a little thing around it. And then this was, I love this daisy paper. This is just that scrapbook paper I glued in there, and that's it. That's it. So I'll use this in, I could use this in my farm journal. I'm sure I'll be doing more garden journals. I think I'm going to start my bee journal today. Thanks, Devin. So, but I have to say, I don't know if Erin's listening, she's probably busy, but I've enjoyed these file folders. I've had a lot of fun with them. So hopefully I'd love to see if anybody else is using them, like what you come up with, different things to do. But I thought this will be fun because this is, I put acetate in here so you can kind of put tags and then you can see that what's inside. So that's what I've been doing. I'm going to clear this up. All right, so also if Johnny's here, I kind of figured out with my light, because I was having the same problem. It was like really, the light was bouncing off the paper. I tilted it up and that seemed to help with the glare. I still get a little bit of glare, but it's not bad. See, there's a little bit maybe over here, but by tilting the light up, it kind of takes some of that away. I have been busy, but like not overly busy. You know, I've just been working on this like while I'm doing other things. And like I said, I've been kind of sorting, just kind of playing around with stuff I had. So one thing I haven't been doing is a lot of shopping because I don't really have anything to show. I haven't bought anything. So your wallets are safe this week. But I do know, I think, Eileen, you might know when, I heard that Tim Holtz was going to come out with a new color sometime, I think the end of this month, or is it in May? Do you know? Have you heard it? Has anybody heard anything about Tim's new color? Or did I completely miss it already and it's out? I don't know. Stamperia's been doing a lot of videos with their Atelier artistic series. I haven't watched any. I know Eileen and Colleen have watched some of those. So those, if you're looking for stuff to watch, that might be fun to do. I don't know. That's about it. I've really been busy just doing art and stuff. Okay, so this Saturday, any hints about what color it is? If you hear heavy breathing, that's my dog. He's like a heavy breather. He may start snoring, but if you hear it's my dog. Okay, I'll be curious to see what colors come out, and I'm trying to keep up with them. I like that they're spread apart, so I can get all the pieces at once, and then I've got all the colors. So, alrighty. So what should we do today? Hey Anne, how's your collage planner going? I was watching, I don't know if anybody else watches Gail Augustinelli, but I was watching her videos yesterday, and one of hers popped on. She's also working on the planner, on the weekly planner. And I'm kind of excited because do some bees. I will do some bees. I might, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. But I'm kind of excited though, because I haven't really been using it as a planner. And then I decided, well, you know what? I'm going to make notes when I see something online, which I started doing last week when I see something in line to remind me. Well, actually this week, I've actually used it as a planner. I actually have places to go and things that I'm doing. It's been a while. It's almost normal again. All right, I will read off the prompts. This is the one from last week. The only thing I didn't do in this was rubber stamps in 2 different colors, and that was the bonus. Okay, Anne's still a little ahead. Okay. This was last week's. It was weather, what that means to you, a person or people. So I had that. Handwriting. I just wrote in rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Put in umbrellas for rain, because when I think of weather in April, I always think of rain. and a map. I put in a weather map, and I put in the number 4 because that was the number I had that had the most yellow. Because, you know, I've got a match. So, and then I thought I would go back and put the 2 different rubber stamp colors, but I haven't found a stamp yet that I liked for here. So that's it. This week's prompts. This is the CW Planner, week 17, is squares. I love the chicken lady. She is funny. And there's three more with her too on the other page of the book I got her from. Okay, so squares, a text or a quote, a postal item. A postal item, which reminds me, I'm sure other people have seen this, but I got a big envelope the other day with stuff in it. And it was a big, this is what my Nature's Press stuff came in. Like a big business envelope with, look at the inside, is all basket weave. So I'm going to take this apart, and I've got some nice basket weave. Oh, Patty, guess what? I have it on my calendar already. I'm already paid. I paid before I left last time because otherwise I figured I'd forget. Do you know what? Are they still limiting it to 10? Patty and I met at the Sunday Journal Club. We're lucky to have a local scrapbook store called Scrappy Chic. It's in Livonia, Michigan. If there's anybody watching that's in the area. And they've been able to stay open through the pandemic. They've done a lot of online retail, and they just started back a couple months ago with a couple of their groups. They have a room where they keep the doors open. It's well ventilated. Everybody gets their own long, like 8-foot table, so they limit it to 10. And it's been fun. So I went last month, and it was so nice to go and just art with people. And then we are going again this Saturday. What are we working on? Are we doing more jelly plating? Last week we did jelly plating with alcohol inks, which was fun because I had trouble doing it before, and now I can do it. So that was kind of fun. Right, Peggy? Wasn't that a great envelope with all that basket weave? I'll have to do that. I can use that in a couple journals. I've got my black and white journal that can go in, and then I'll have some left over. They're at 15 now, but they're going to add a few more seats since they can go. Okay, so Michigan is up to 50%. Okay, that's good. That's good. And a lot of the people have been vaccinated. So that's good. And it should be fun. Yeah, there's a few more people going. Sandy's going. I talked to her this week, so it's just nice to see people after a while. It's been so long. Okay, so that was a little rabbit trail. But, okay, squares, text or quote, a postal item, a pen or pencil, photo drawn or stamped. Oh, so you have to put a picture of a pen or a pencil. All right, something that represents summer. Well, that's nice that it's going to be freezing out and snowing. It'll be good to think of summer. And bonus is a dictionary page. So that's all good. Oh, thank you, Helen. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Their selection is not what it used to be, but that's because they don't have the foot traffic coming and going. But if there's anything you want, I mean, they're happy to, if they can get it for you, they'll, they'll order stuff for you, or they'll let you know where you can get it. When Colleen gets here, Deb, I will look for the link for the file folders. Eileen, do you have your link for the file folders? I think she got hers on Amazon. Mine wasn't from Amazon. And then speaking of summer, I lied. I did buy a book. I did get a book. Let me show it to you. And this will make you feel like summer. Okay, so here's this book. Now, if this doesn't make you yearn for summer, I don't know what will. Just want to switch this over here. Yes, they're backwards. Just so you know, the links that Eileen and I are going to give you, they're backwards, but you can take them apart. And I'll also give you the link for the one that's not a pocket, the one that's just a regular file folder. Okay, so this book, I don't know if any of you follow Amanda Evanston on Instagram. She is a mixed media artist. She has a shop in Evanston, Illinois, which is, I grew up in the north side of Chicago. I worked in Evanston for several years until I had Katie and we started moving around. My dad was a police chief there, so I have a lot of ties to Evanston. But so when I saw Amanda Evanston, I started looking her up, and she had a shop and everything. Well, her shop shut down with COVID. It's still there. She's keeping up with the rent. She hasn't really been there or had it open since COVID started. But what she did do was she started doing a monthly online subscription. And you should check her out. She opens up the subscription a couple times a year. She also, follow her on Instagram. A lot of people that we've bought books from and that we've watched videos from, one I can think of is Gina Lee Kim, are members of her monthly group. But when you go, you'll see familiar names of people we've watched on YouTube in her group. It's a fun group. She has a couple videos every week. She does online sessions, either question and answer or painting or just different. She has a weekly newsletter that she sends out. She has different videos. Every once in a while, she'll do a free video online on her Facebook group. So check her out. But anyway, she was doing one of her weekly classes and she showed this book. She had used it for inspiration. Her class was she did a acrylic painting from the sky of the beach. And everybody was supposed to do their interpretation. So if you go to her Instagram, you will find her, you will see what she did. But it's Amanda Evanston. Could one of you put up her Instagram link and her Facebook link? So she showed this book that she had bought and used for inspiration. I'm like, I need that book because it'll be good. It's a coffee table book, but it's also good for collage, inspiration, whatever. So tonight when the temperature is below freezing and it's starting to snow, I'm going to pull out my beaches book. Remember that warm weather is it's just around the corner. So let's see, the author is Gray Mallon. And so I guess he just went to different parts, I guess he went to all the continents and just took pictures of their beaches. So I can just do a quick flip. I got this on Amazon. And these are mostly, I think they're all aerial shots of beaches and waters, bodies of water and beaches. Wow, that's a cool swimming pool. Kogi Beach, Bondi Beach, the Bondi Iceberg Pools. So these are all beaches in Australia. So when you go to to Amanda's Instagram account and you see the painting she did, it's from above. You see the water, you see the beach, you see the people on the beach. They're really cool. It's a really cool perspective, and it's unique and different. I think I saw her beach painting or someone from her group. Yes, because she posts her paintings, but then she'll also post other people's that post on her Facebook site. She'll put theirs up too, and she's really great. She promotes a lot of artists. She helps people. She answers questions for artists that are trying to start a business. I mean, she has fun techniques. I mean, I enjoy it. It's $25 a month. You can join when it's open, and you can quit anytime. It's not like, you have to do it for a year. You can just, next time it's open, check her out. She just has a lot of good information. And the one thing I do like, when you go to her Facebook page, when you're in the group, every paid class that she does is free to her members. That was a big plus. So yeah. Oh, cute puppy. Hey, Laura, how are you? Hey, how are you doing? Okay, so just kind of fun. I love waves. I love pictures of waves. I love the water. I grew up in Chicago, just blocks away from Lake Michigan. We used to drive our bikes to the beach in the summer every day. I used to drive Lakeshore Drive up to Evanston. I lived downtown and drove up to Evanston to go to work and went up Lakeshore Drive. I used to just go and sit at the beach. So I love the water. I love being close to water. So look at, this is cool. Look at, this must be some resort where they have all their colors must be magenta. That looks more magenta or fuchsia. It's not pink. That's pretty bright. So yeah, so check this out. Here's San Francisco. Boogie Borders, fun. Kauai. Let me check. Yes, that's her, Amanda Evanston artwork. And then she's also Amanda Evanston on Instagram. And when she does the free classes, she only keeps them up for 24 hours. So, catch them when you can. So let's see who's on there. Like I said, she's great at promoting people and sharing others' work and websites and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, now I got to stop looking. Okay, yeah, if you go down, go down the Facebook page that Helen just put up. You'll see her thing that she did here. Let me share it so you guys can see it, because it is really cool. I don't think she'll mind me just sharing her picture. Hold on. She's got it up on Facebook anyway. All right. I think that was hers. Let me do. Yes, that one is hers. I just wanted to make sure. Share screen. Okay. All right, so that is hers on her Facebook page. Oops. I just lost my chat. Hold on. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, no, here, go back to exit full screen. Whoops. All right. She's really fun, Jersey. I found her about 6 months ago and joined her group. Yes, she calls. What does she call them? She calls us possums. Glamour possums. That's what she calls her group. The glamour. She calls her group the Glamour Possums. So she's great. She has a great personality. She's really funny. So check her out. And if you get a chance, if you're interested in joining the group, just keep an eye out. I think sometime later in the year she'll be opening it up again. So yeah, but just somebody fun that I found. All right, stop screen. There we go. I know, isn't this cool? I don't know if you saw the book, Jersey. It's Beaches by Gray Milan, and he went all over the world taking mostly aerial shots of beaches. Okay, so here, just more, but see, this is what she used as her inspiration, was the water, the shoreline, and then the people on the sand. So, I don't know if he was like hanging out of a helicopter here. Maybe he could have been up on a hang gliding thing taking pictures too. I've done that with my son up in Traverse City. We did the parachute thing. It was fun. It was a blast. Somebody's swimming. This book is great for inspiration, just for color. I know. Travel to beaches and take pictures. I would love that job. Ice cream cone. Photography is fun. That's something I wish I had gotten into when I was younger. I would have loved to have been like a photojournalist. I think that would be a cool job. But you don't know. When you're younger, you don't know what you want to do. All right, South America. Oh my God, for some reason this book makes me think of Dancing in the Streets with Mick Jagger and David Bowie, like going all over the world. Except they're lounging on the beach instead of dancing in the streets. Oh wow, I would like to go here. I want to go here and put my umbrella right here. That is so cool. Oh, there's Colleen. You could I know, Jersey. I've thought about it. I've got a good camera. Hold on. Hey, Colleen, how are you?
Good. I'll be here. Oh, sorry. I fear echo. Hold on. I might be getting a call back, so I may get to mute when I get a call.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I don't know if did you see the book I was showing? I don't know if you saw it.
Hi, Dar. I just turned YouTube on to watch you, so.
Oh, okay. Well, here, this was a coffee table book that Amanda Evanston used for inspiration for one of her classes. It's called Beaches.
Who?
And when I saw it, I'm like, I need that book because it'll be great for collage fodder and just inspiration. But it's by Gray Milan, and he went all over the world taking mostly aerial shots of beaches. But these aren't beaches, but they are from up in the air. It's like, see, with all the umbrellas, the shoreline. So I just thought there'll be tons of good collage fodder in here.
I haven't really seen a book like that, so that's.
I know. I hadn't either. And she did her weekly class.
Bogey, Tom's yelling at you. Bogey.
She did a
If he's yelling, he's gonna get in a lot more trouble than when I yell. Yeah.
Is my screen dark? Huh. You know what? I do have it turned down, so the colors, it is a little bit darker, but I made it darker so I would get the true color. Let me see if I can brighten it up a little bit.
Come on. Out, out, out. He's in a meeting. Can't do that.
Hold on.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Tom's yelling at him from downstairs. He just, it's just nice out, so I'm sure there's
Okay.
people out.
Is that better? I think that's
Hi,
better.
Bishop. That's okay if you, that's okay.
Okay. All right. So
Hi, Laura.
here's more.
Hi, now.
Okay, Laura, talk to you later. I was saying, Colleen, tonight when it's below freezing, I'm going to pull this book out. Just look at it and be like, it's only a couple months away. But she did, it was cool. Amanda did her painting from above. So she had like the water with the shoreline and then the beach umbrellas and the people. If you look on Instagram, she posted some photos. But I thought it was really cool. Look at all these have to be hotels with all the same. Now this is just like a public beach with all the different things on it. So this is my sunshine I'm bringing to everybody today. Oh my God, look at this beach towel. It's a beach towel with like sand in beach towels on it. Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
I like that. And then here's the beach. Oh, that's funny. I've never tried Africa. I bet these are pretty. I bet just the water in the shoreline. Look at that. Just for like grunge. Wouldn't that be great in a collage? Let's see. Waves. Beautiful Cape Town, beautiful beaches. Look at that water. So it's interesting to see all the different colors of water from the different parts of the world. That's cool. That's really cool. So we have a few of these. Wow.
When I fly my plane, I can go over our beach and take pictures too.
You could, Eileen, and then you can make a coffee table book and sell it, and you're all set.
Or they use one of those aerial things.
Oh, a droid.
Yeah.
Get a little droid with the camera.
Yeah. Maybe they use something like that.
Oh, I want to be here. Just all by myself out in the water on a board. And that's it. Okay, now here, has anybody ever gone sand surfing?
Never heard of it.
They do it. I don't know where this is. This is Dubai, maybe. My daughter did it in Australia. They go up on the big sand dunes and you surf down either on like a little board or you do it like he's doing with his feet. It's almost like sledding.
Because you sink into the sand and I guess you got to not sink enough that you keep sliding.
Right. So if you're on a board, it's like going down on like a sled, but you're on sand. So it's like you're sledding on sand. So
that makes sense.
Looks like what he's doing with the boards on his feet. Little grass canopies. So yeah, so this is what she used for her information. I just thought I'd bring it out and show it because the weather here is so crappy. Kimberly, it's 75 and sunny by her. I don't know how that happened, but
52 and windy here.
I know. Same here. We're at 41, I think, is our high today. And I told you we're getting 2 to 4 inches of snow tonight.
That's depressing.
I know. So yeah, so check this out. Check out Amanda Evanston. I enjoy her. I think she's a lot of fun. So that's it. So what have you been up to?
What have I not been up to? Nothing good worth talking about. That's for sure. Suckiness and suckiness. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming Friday, guys. So I know a lot of people are not following me on Twitter. So I will post on Twitter and let y'all know there's some medical junk happening. So I'll let you know Friday. I really just don't even know. I just don't know. So that's where I'm at. I have some doctor visits and stuff. So I will let you guys know if I am able to stream.
Well, hopefully you can, because it's fun. But if you can get in.
Hopefully I can too. It just depends.
Yeah. But if you can get in, go. I mean, you need to go. So.
Yeah.
All righty. Here, I'll put you big so we can see what you've got. That looks like a new book.
So this is technically not an art book, but it is. Rachel Ashwell has a lot of shabby chic books out, like home decor. And basically what she did is this is kind of her notebook per se, and made it with explanations. And I love it because it is just pen and watercolors. And I'm always drawn to this. And so it is called Rachel Ashwell's Painted Stories, Vintage Decorating Thoughts in Whimsy. And what I love about it is, like, I always am drawn to this. She talks about in here, you know, her feelings and how she decides to pick things and how she the sketches represent how her heart feels, what her thoughts are, and so it's pretty neat. And so it's really almost like her sketchbook, and I love seeing images. There's a lot of farm type images, which I truly, love, like the laundry lines. It's really what it is. It's an eye candy book. It's, you can, of course, read the book, look at the book, but it's not a instructional art book. This is like her notebook. And so this is where she sketches different things that she sees. Like this would probably be maybe an antique mall or something like that. And she is like a designer, you know what I mean? You would pay her to go to your house to design your home. But I really like that she talks about, what the paint palettes that she uses and stuff like that. It's a beautiful book to look at. I love pen and watercolor. I've taken some classes with this. I'm always drawn to these type of books. So I really need to just try it and do more of this. And so really drawn to it. And because I don't really like, I'm not super into watercolor, but this is simple. So I'm always drawn to this kind of book. So this is what I got. So like I said, if you're not into pen and watercolor, this won't be your cup of tea. But also, if you're not into home design, home decor, like I am, then you'll also won't want this book. So it depends. I love decorating as well. So this fits both things. So
I love that book, Colleen.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just beautiful to look at. This is very inspirational. You could trace this. You could try, drawing it. Mm-hmm. If you can't, you could try tracing it. But this would be a simple, watercolor and drawing to do. So I like it. I think it's inspirational. But so I thought I'd share this. Again, it's not an art book. So if you're looking for an art book, this is not an art book.
I love it. I'll probably get it.
It's really, I love, and what's really neat is it's interesting is the font in the book too, which makes it even more pretty, is the font is like see how it's almost like handwritten instead of typed. I even liked it. Oh, thank you, Devin. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Bishop. I appreciate that. After I know more what's going on, I'll probably talk about it. I just don't know right now. But you see what I'm saying? Like, to where it's like, it looks like, I mean, it looks handwritten instead of like the normal type. When you get a book, it's just not the normal type. It kind of makes it look, personal, because the font, I like that the font that they're using, and that makes it just kind of personalized. I mean, you feel like it did come out of her sketchbook. So anyway, so this talks about palettes, shabby chic. She loves shabby chic. This talks about the color palettes that she uses and what colors and why she prefers these colors. And of course, I love this. This is a watercolor by Kim Cardy, and this is someone she's friends with, and she uses watercolor. But look at this painting; it's really pretty.
Oh, that's beautiful,
isn't it?
It's simple but beautiful.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I like about it. I mean, some more simplistic watercolor, my personal self, because also, like you're not worried about coloring in every bit of skin tone and creases, and I mean, you get the generality of it. I mean, and you're not worried about the skin tone. You can see it's a girl. You can see she's pretty. I mean, like, even if you look here, like she used more brown on this one, a little more like blue on this eye, and she didn't even see like that, but it's beautiful. And I like almost looks like feathers in her hair. Yeah, that's her friend Kim McCarty, so you could probably look her up. This is some of her artwork. So, like I said, there are books sometimes that we buy just because they're,
they're pretty. We like them.
Yeah.
Okay, who could you see doing some of these paintings
in our group?
Yeah.
No one. I don't think anyone.
Yes. Lena.
Oh, Lena. Yeah.
Aren't those that? Just when I saw that, I'm like, that reminds me of Lena.
Yeah, that's true. Lena could do this. I agree. Lena would probably be the only one that could do
with her watercolors. Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Oh, Cass. Yeah.
So it's like I said, this is her friend. This is her work, and I like this that it's just beautiful. You can see.
Hey, Joan.
You can see the details. It's very pretty. And I love, I love this one, this flower blossom. That's really pretty. Yeah, I said, then you go back into home decor, and it's really pretty neat. I mean, you can learn a lot from it if you can also just cut it up. If you wanted to cut it up, you could collage with it.
Yeah, it'd be good collage fodder. I would like to get it to use to practice drawing, like use that and try to draw those pictures.
I would too, and I think that's part of the reason why I liked it, because the drawings are simple, and if any sort of drawing I would want to do at all would have to be simple. I'm not into any realistic, elaborate drawing. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
This would be pretty. So sorry about the blur. Hold on. Let me take my autofocus off. Actually, I could try zooming in too. Now I'm going to let me zoom in just a smidge, and then we'll have to hold it up, and then it won't mess it up. Okay. But just simple things. Like I said, I have looked at her. I had one of her books. I had one of her earlier books actually cut up for collage fodder. And I can't remember. I don't know if I still have what's left of it. But anyway, when I saw this was her sketchbook, I knew I would love it because I like the way she decorates. Like it is pretty dressed.
Oh, pardon me. Does she have books with photographs in them?
Yes.
I might have some of her books.
Yeah.
I think I saw I had seen yours, and I may have picked up a couple.
And she also has one with like she did like barn type weddings, things like that, and some other. She's got like probably 6 or 7 books.
Nice.
Now this would be really difficult. Now, this would not be a novice, but this would be nice to learn. So this is what I got. So who knows? Depending on what's going on, I may be sitting a whole bunch, and I may have a lot of time to practice these.
Hey, when you get a chance, Colleen, will you show the cover again? Helen posted the link to Patty on Amazon.
Okay.
Rachel Adwell.
ASH.
Oh, Ashwell. Let me look and see. I think I have a couple of her books.
Hi, Peggy. Hi, Helen. Hi, Janice. Joan. Anyone I haven't seen? Hi, Patty. Yeah, this is just like I said. I've had her books. I know I had at least one of her books, and that's why. And I got it on Amazon, which is why this one. This is one of her new books, and that's why Amazon's like, hey, you like this artist? She's got a new book, and I appreciate them doing that because I didn't know she had a new book out. It's just the artwork in here is just gorgeous. It really is.
No, I don't have hers. I have Trisha Guild. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, if you go to Amazon and then you look for this book, you'll also see they'll have the picture of the artist, and they'll say, do you want to follow this person? You can follow them, and then it'll also take you over to the page showing all her books she's had, and then also if she has any upcoming or new books that come out, then they will Amazon will let you know, so you can buy them. So I know it's to me, it's a good thing because I follow a lot of people. So there's some sweet little flowers, especially with spring coming up. All this appeals to me right now because it's spring.
Oh, look at those! It's just pretty to look at.
It really is.
It's just soft.
I like the size of this book. I don't know what size. Let me see what size this book is. Actually, really, the size of the book even is appealing.
I just love the drawings. 7.
It's like, because I have my handy dandy specific ruler 6 and 7 ace by.
Oh God, Peggy, you created a monster. Now Colleen's going to be all exact.
Right? And it's 8 and 7/10. Bam.
Peggy.
So it is this is I love this one. Every artist dips his brush in his own soul and paints his own nature in his pictures. Henry Wald Beecher. This she calls her soul sister. Her name, this is a artist in France, and that's her name. So she also gives you people that she also likes, that she follows. It has the little thing over the E, so not even going to pronounce it. Anyway, so this is this lady's work. It's really pretty. It's like a really soft background. The flowers are done, and then this we can do splats.
Oh, I love splats. We haven't done enough splats lately.
Right?
We haven't been splatting.
Everyone needs to splat.
Everyone needs good splat.
She calls Lawrence. I'm just gonna say Lawrence because I don't know how to pronounce her last name. She calls her soul sister.
Okay, here's the link to that book.
And of course, I love this piece because it has birds in it.
I just think it's simple.
It is very simple, not overdone. You don't have to color the bird in to be exact. You know it's a pelican. It looks like to me like a pelican just by the shape of it. And it doesn't even matter if it isn't a pelican. It's just a pretty thing with some watercolor over the edges and a simple watercolored bird. You know, you kind of get the gist of it without it being specific. Like a small, seemingly fragile migration bird battling the elements of the day into the night, I fly onwards and upwards, thanking life for empowering me in this curious way, by Sonia Rothwell. So I just really like that. I said it's let's see. It says Rachel Ashwell founded the iconic shabby chic brand in 1989. She has a store in Los Angeles and currently lives in her home in the English countryside and California, where she has 2 children also with her. Her previous titles are Rachel Ashwell's My Floral Affair, Shabby Chic Interiors, Courture Prairie, Shabby Chic Inspirations. Her shabby chic is well known for its iconic cultural bedding collections, soft furnishings, and machine washable slipcovers. She has 75,000 followers on Instagram. Okay.
Jack.
Many of whom are avid watchers on her Instagram channel. That's okay. And that's if I find her Instagram. I don't think I follow her there. Let me see. Oh, look at that. I love the, oh, it went away. I liked your vase. It was there for 2 seconds. Hold on. You search for her. Rachel. There he is. There it is. Nope, that's not it.
Sorry about that. We're getting our windows washed, and the guy's doing the basement. Okay.
That's okay. Here she is, Rachel Ashwell. Here it is. She's also on Instagram too, which I was not following her. Now I am.
Yeah, I'm going to follow her also.
Thank you for posting that, Helen. So you can see some of, you can, look at her, look at this garden. I just want to go live here.
Oh, look at that. Like a little cottage.
Oh, gosh, I just want to go here. And I guess I'm going to play 11 minutes of it, but you guys can go over and watch it on Instagram. But, I mean, there's 30 seconds of it. Look at her gardens. And can't you just, like, when you see that, can't you just smell the flowers as you're kind of, walking? There's her studio where she paints.
Okay, I'm going to watch that too tomorrow while it's snowing.
I shouldn't laugh.
I know.
It's mean to laugh. I mean, we're going to be cool. We're only going to be like in the 40s, but we're not having snow at least.
I know. Okay, Peggy said she owns plenty of Rachel shabby chic bed linen. Nice.
Oh, there's lots of views of her home. There's some ocean views too. There you go. Waves crashing.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, shabby chic and ocean and water.
There you go. We've just now mixed the two.
My dream spot.
Yeah, so it's all looks like at Walmart. She is where her line is carried.
Oh, cool.
Simply shabby chic. Oh, she plays guitar too. Gosh. So it looks like you can find her stuff there at Walmart.
Oh my god.
Maybe Target. Is this Target? Let's see. Simply Shabby Chic is at Walmart. And yes, and quilts, comforters, sheets, shams, and pretty little decorative pillows. See, I didn't know that. So yeah, so follow her on Instagram if you have Instagram on your phone.
Oh, is that a sailboat? I think she has a sailboat.
Probably.
Oh.
She lives the good life.
Oh my gosh, she has like a greenhouse.
And
okay, look at this. Here, I'm going to share this.
And her art studio and...
Oh, I can't. It's a video. She has a greenhouse.
Oh, here, and then here is somebody then I like when you go to Instagram and then they will show you other people. So this is like, look at this simple watercolor. It's all in pink.
Aww.
It's all done in one color. It's all done in pink, you know, and like, or maybe it's a little bit pencils. Maybe it's pencil. Maybe it's all done pencil. Oh, take it back. It's pencil. But see, far up, like close up, it looks messy, but from far away, it's perfect. This is
Helen said she's one of the designers to be credited with the shabby chic movement. Peggy said she used to be her line used to be at Target years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised we've never run across her before, just because both of us like that style.
So then she leads you to follow another artist who does beautiful, like here's some, this one would be a watercolor, and Rachel follows her. I like that. And this is all in blue. I like when, someone who's famous like her and does art, she highlights other artists and tells you to follow them. She doesn't, there's no, like, I don't tell you who I follow or who inspires me. You know what I mean? There's no secrets.
I love that too, Colleen. When I was talking about Amanda Evanston, I said she is great at promoting people and helping people who want to get started, like selling their art and stuff. And I said that if you follow her, you'll see a lot of people that we watch. And she's just so like generous with her promoting.
To me, I respect that as an artist. Like being, being respectful is just basically, if you saw this somewhere and this person inspires you, you know what I mean? Like it's just respectful instead of copying and not giving them credit for inspiring you to copy them, or, just sharing who you like. Like I'm sharing with you guys this artist that I like. I didn't have to share this, but I wanted to share it with you. And you know what I'm saying? Kind of along the lines of that.
Remember. I always remember who inspires me.
Yeah, I mean, because I could have not shown this today and kept this little secret to myself, but I like to share, and I love when they also share, and what they have artists that inspire them, and then she does that on here, and again, that gives me a huge amount of respect for an artist. Because we need to respect each other as artists, and she sees someone she likes, she puts it out there who did it, etc. This is scratchy art. That's way harder.
Oh, Donna Downey did some of that, didn't she?
Yeah. And I know there was I think there's a
That's something
scratchy art one on Jeannie Oliver. Had a lady who taught like a scratchy art. But but what I like again about all this is that this is just really simple, and she did all in one color, and it's simple. So yeah, so I'm glad we got this out and read. I actually just got it. Oh man, I'm hurting. I just got this yesterday.
Okay, so that gives me an idea, like, you know how, you do, if you do a journal, something I've always thought of, like, where you, if you have, like, you want to do a page of each color.
Yeah.
And that's another thing you could do. You could do a drawing, a face drawing in that color. I mean, there's just so many. That's a great idea. Just looking through books and finding stuff like that.
So here says the prairie. I wonder if this is her line. Here's another you can follow. The Prairie by Rachel Ashwell. And these are probably some of her photographs and maybe some of her products. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. For instance, that's a good, like, for instance, you see this one? This is Target style. So Target does carry some of her stuff. Target must carry a line called The Prairie by Rachel Ashwell, because I see Target style on there. But see this window? That's like one of the sketches in this book that I showed you before. So you can then go and click on one, you can follow Shabby Chic. Then you can click on Target style. And then you can see all the different, I guess, people who make stuff for Target, I'm assuming. I could show all that because there's some stuff that maybe YouTube don't like. Remember I showed you back here, there was a laundry line.
Oh, she did a picture of
And so there's some pictures of some laundry lines. So that's the other thing you could do too. Like you could go on, Pinterest or just Google it. This is her, some of her fabrics. I guess it's over Target on the Prairie, called the Prairie. Yeah, the Prairie. That's it. That's simple. And so you can see her stuff hanging on the laundry line. I mean, that's something to inspire you to paint. And look at the little house peeking out in the back. And you can tuck the little house in there. Yeah. So again, that kind of reminds me of, the simple sketches is in here. So again, I just want to, just like I said, I like to put things out there for everybody to what I'm working on, or even just what inspires me, even if I don't do this kind of, I want to do this kind of art, but it's practice, right? See. Back here. Oh, that's a pretty one. See, and then you can also, if you click this, if no one knows I work on Instagram, if you click this, you can save the images. So you can go back later and look at them, and in case you forgot who, what was her name, or whatever, you can do that. It saves on your I'm lost at words at the moment. On your page, it'll save it. But look how pretty that would be, the paint, and look at like the little shingles across there. It's just really pretty.
Oh my gosh! So who is that, Colleen? Is that her or somebody else?
It's her. It's her line at Target called the Prairie.
Okay, because what I might do, I love that picture, and I have that house book, with 100 pages in it that I need to fill. I may just like print that out and put it on one of the pages. And then maybe add some
you could print it out and put it on the one, as long as you're not selling it.
No, I'm not selling it. I'm just going to add doodles and stuff to do it. It's just a page in my journal.
Okay, so I could go. I don't know how I would do this. Let's see. I think I'd have to screenshot it and then alter it, and I could print this out with my little printer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something else too.
Yeah, so you could screenshot it and then print it out on your little printer and then add that to your farm journal, garden journal. You sure could, because as long as you are not selling it, you can use her photography.
Oh yeah.
Right. So which means us. I'm just saying that to others who are listening who sell. And they know that, but I'm just putting it out there. But
yeah, in case you don't sell and you're planning to, yeah.
Oh, like here's a good one. Here's a good one. There's this truck, a red truck, got the couch.
Cute. Oh, I love that chair.
Yeah. Oh, God, there. Yeah. So again, that would be fun to paint. Maybe just ixnay a guy. This is a chair delivery. Again, this is a beautiful one.
I love pictures of Wash on the line.
I do too, and I just can't help it. It's the farm girl, country girl. I mean, I don't know. Want to be farm girl, but won't be. So there you go. I love laundry on the line. Love the barn. I don't know, just something about it. I just really like. Again, you can save it to your collection. Here's one of those things that everybody on farms and properties own. The little tractor things, and then there's she stuck some flowers in it. Yeah, there's some neat stuff in here.
Oh, the Prairie Bed and Breakfast is in Round Top, Texas. That's the famous flea market in Antique Town.
Oh, it is? Cool. Thanks, Janice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a few people have been there. I think I know Popo, and I think did Brooke and them go there. I think Sabine might have been there.
Peggy said her clothes blew away in a storm 2 years ago.
No, Peggy.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
And no one...
No. Did you get them all back?
Oh, hi, Arch. That sounds awesome. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's some beautiful photography on here and some beautiful inspiration to sketch or draw or if you want, you print it out if you're using your own art. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Like I said, I love stuff like this. Absolutely. Just gobble it all. Like here. I mean, look at this. I can't help. I mean, look how neat this is.
Oh, look at that.
So when you're looking for inspiration, and it's just... check out both of those places. Check out follow her in both places.
Okay, The Prairie by Rachel Ashwell in her personal one.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, those are great, Colleen. I love those.
So hopefully...
Okay, Patty Lane has set up at Round Top. Hey, I didn't know this, Colleen. Peggy said that Patty Lane has set up at Round Top in the past.
I think I heard her mention that.
Oh, really?
I think I have heard her mention that. I would love to go to Round Top. That would be fabulous.
I would too. And I was when we lived in Texas, that was like the last thing on my list of things to do. I didn't even know it existed. And now I wish we lived there, kind of, so I could go there. And it's warm there right now.
And it's warm. Yeah, that's true. It's not snowing around top.
No, it's not snowing. I could probably swim in my pool. Jump on my trampoline. Going around top if I still live there.
Yeah, I always think more about watercolor more in the summer than the rest of the year. I'm not really sure why, but it seems to be something I think about more in the summer. Maybe because it's portable. You know what I mean?
It's portable, but I think a watercolor is like light and airy.
Mm-hmm.
It's light. To me, watercolor is light.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's watercolors that aren't, but for me, that's what I think of with watercolor.
So yeah, even before I bought or had this book come, like I actually looked through some of my we were talking about different art books and stuff that we each have. And I was looking for one that Eileen mentioned, and I ended up not having it. But then, anyway, so then I saw this book, and then you know, because I forgot I had it, of course. And
those are the best books to find, ones you forgot you had.
yeah, and so this one's nice too because this one has simple watercolors, simple sketches, but it also has it labeled as, you know, intermediate. It has it as beginner, and I don't know if it goes beyond intermediate and beginner. It might just stick with those two. Let me look real quick.
What's the title again, Colleen?
Beginner. Oh, here you go. Like this one's advanced. So they have them labeled as beginner, intermediate, and advanced, which is nice.
The Joy of Watercolor.
Yeah.
I don't think I have one.
I plan on going to Brimsville, Missouri, and is it MA, Missouri? I could be wrong. Maine? I don't know. What's MA? Everybody tell me.
Oh. Okay, I do have this one.
That one's a good one. I have that one too.
Mhm.
That one's nice too. It's simple watercolors. I love that one too. And I think, I don't know if I bought them around the same time or not, but I got this one on Amazon, where I get majority of them. Like this one is advanced, but by looking at it, doesn't look that advanced, but I could be wrong once I would start on it, but this would be this one I like in here.
That's cute. And you could even like use that as inspiration. And if you didn't want to use watercolors, you could use acrylic.
You could
use pastels or, you know, whatever. I think those are good inspiration.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So like I said, this is a book I bought a while ago. It's by Emma Block. And this is beginner, intermediate, and advanced in there. And I like that it's labeled that way.
Okay, it sounds like Brimfield has a huge, I don't know, like antique show or something. Some kind of dealers. They're setting July. Should be all the dealers in July.
Oh, bye, Devin.
Cool.
Have a good
Bye,
day,
Devin.
Devin.
Thanks for coming. Have a good day.
Massachusetts. Thank you, Maggie.
I know I couldn't remember if it was Massachusetts or Maine.
I'm like, I said
Maine.
Missouri, and I'm like, that's not right. That's MI.
Oh, Maine is
I
in
don't know.
Massachusetts.
What's Missouri? MA? Oh, I need to go back to school.
MO.
MO. Learn my abbreviations for states. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, that would be fun. Maggie said maybe she can make it in July. She could meet up with Peggy.
Oh, that would be
her daughter. How fun.
I think that would be so cool.
Oh, Collage Unleashed. Is that a new book or an old one?
These are old books. So,
is that Tracy Bautista?
Yeah, because Eileen was starting, saying this is do you have this one or this one? We were doing that the other day on Twitter. And so looking through my books, and then these are kind of some oldies but goodies. I don't think she's ever had any 2 books but these, but I could be wrong. And this one is paint, bind, stitch, and play. So I thought this would be interesting since we're all adding some stitching, into our art. I thought this would, because I said I haven't pulled this book. This is painting, paper, and fabric.
Ooh, I'll have to look.
And so I pulled this one out to look at.
I'll have to look at that because Mary is the Friday hop. That's the second week of the month is going to have like fabrics and fibers.
Thank you, Maggie.
Oh, Missouri. I'm sorry. Oh, wait.
MI is Mississippi. MN
is Montana.
MS is Missouri. What's Michigan?
MI.
I thought Michigan was MI.
Yeah, Michigan is MI.
Going back to school again.
I know. Maybe Mississippi is MS.
We learned this like grade school. It's too long ago. I don't send out enough mail to worry about it. MI is Michigan. That's what I thought.
Well, you know what it is too. Everything you just press a button for the state. You don't have to write it. So how could you remember it?
That's true.
You know. I guess as long as you know your own.
That scared me because I just sent that stuff out to you, and I'm pretty sure I put MI. So
yeah, it is MI. It is MI.
I'm like, oh, well, let your stuff go to Mississippi instead of Michigan.
MS is Mississippi. Okay.
Oh my God. Well, the guy at the post office said it was okay with it. So, yeah. So this one talks about dyeing paper towels, which I actually did do a technique. Forever ago, use dyeing paper towels.
Oh, that's an oldie.
Yeah, it is.
Let me see. I think I have her books.
So, but if you're new to mixed media, you maybe haven't heard of these things too. So, and some of these I haven't even, like this one I did. I did this and for my girls, and this was using dyed paper towels.
Oh, cool. Oh, I like that, Colleen.
Yeah. So then it's basically took I think Tom cut it for me. Just
the Tracy Bautista book, Eileen. Sorry.
It's this one, Eileen. Paint, bind, stitch, and play. Too many M states, right, Janice? Exactly. When you think about it. So I did this a long time ago, and so I saw this somewhere, and so I made one. And so basically I put batting and then some, it just fell. Hold on. Oh, that's fine. It's eraser. Okay. Then some canvas. It's like a really thick kind of canvas. And then I just did this little, come on camera, this little stitchy hand stitch thing running down it. Just because that's what they did to give it movement. I have it on the other side, little short stitches. And then I took dyed paper towels and I stitched them on here. You can see I stitched them on and layered dyed paper towels on top of the canvas with batting on top of wood and stitched it. And then there's a picture of my girls and playing out in the backyard with their Powerpuff Girls. And they did see, camera. Okay, do you see where the big bow that Katie's wearing and the big bow and her character's hair? And Kim has the pigtails. Her doll has pigtails too. You can't see, it's laying in her lap. That was her favorite. And they wanted, and they wanted, and you can see Katie's colors. She's got pink. The little doll is pink, white, and black clothes. So Katie cut a coordinator clothes to go with this.
So you pulled in all the colors from what they were wearing from the picture?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Man, this is like cute. A really bright green versus the green yard. So I don't know what made me choose the colors. It's been a long time ago. And then I put a tag and looks like maybe a piece of paper. And then I took a thumbtack, it looks like, to attach the tag through the layers. And then you can see I used the thumb. Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's been so long since I've done this. So I did a thumb tacks, or maybe the furniture tacks, to attach it to the canvas and then to attach the tags on top. I would have did the stitching already. And then you can see I did a couple crisscross stitches through the photos. So we could also do that in some of our journals, is take your photographs.
Oh my gosh, Colleen, you were slow stitching and you didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Holy crap-o.
Not yet, Eileen. It's on the way.
So you could also take your, which I forgot about. Yeah, I forget.
Yes, it was Helen.
There's so much out there. Old stuff, new stuff, stuff that's changed and been, manipulated and altered. There's a lot, but I forgot about that. And I forgot about the stitching on the photos. I'm going to do some of that in my journal. I think my nature journal, maybe stitch on some of my photos. I'm going to have to try that. So you could use, like I said, this is an example. So that I'm sure I probably got the idea from this book with the dyeing paper towels. I'm sure it's probably, I could be wrong. Yeah, but that's an idea for you. So this is, so you go through, this has got freezer paper dyeing. I have not done that. Scrunch and Dip Method, fold and dip. This one's cool. We all know this is actually taking a paper towel and dipping a folded paper towel in various mixed dyes. Now, what kind of dyes are these? Let me read this 1 second. Actually, this is diluted acrylic ink. This is acrylic inks. All this is acrylic ink. Oh, these are acrylic inks. I'm assuming they diluted them, but I don't know. Yeah, you add amount of water, make them less intense, and these are fluid. These are acrylic inks, and then you dip the paper towel in there, and squares, rectangles, accordion pleats, and then dip it in there, and then you can get a tie-dye effect on your paper towel. Of course, that would work with fabric as well. So here's a scrunch and dip method, but it's, this one is, what's this one? Color scraping on muslin, watercolor, paper, or cardstock. Here's one for everybody, whatever you're into. And then you do freestyle stitching on top with some lettering.
Fun.
This one you drizzle paint.
Hey, Brooke.
This one you're drizzling 2 or 3 fluid inks onto muslin or paper, with, just to give it this messy drip. This one is scraping paint. Hi, Brooke. Contrasting. So, like I said, this is an actual art book, like where the other is an inspirational book. In a eye candy book, this is an actual art book. with there are some that just show their work. She shows you techniques, and there's also that too. Other artists that show their work but don't necessarily show their techniques. So stamping designs, adding sparkle. Here's a crayon technique. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think I've done that one. Here's a crayon technique. There's lots of good stuff in here. So don't always think that, don't get me wrong. New stuff is great. I love learning new things, but old stuff also still, I think sometimes artists go back using the old stuff and then everyone thinks it's new.
Right.
And
you haven't been
they're like, oh, let's do this. And it's not really, it's not really new. Or they put a twist onto it.
Also, what I found, Colleen, was like watching some of the old videos gave me ideas because it reminded me of different supplies that I had. Like somebody pulled out some of the old Tim paper for doing a flower theme thing. I'm like, oh, I have that paper. I haven't used it in ages. It's kind of nice to, it kind of triggers your memory for things that you haven't used in a while.
Agree.
It's the same with these books.
And so, we've been taking acetate, or, or you can call them transparencies, whatever you want to call it. And basically we did, remember I ran it through the texture folder, then covered it in alcohol inks the other day. We've die cut them and, different things that we've been, and we also made the, I'm sorry about my loss of words today. I'm a little flustered about what's going on right now, and it's kind of messing with my thoughts here. Like this, like with the windows.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you.
Now I can.
And then here, like I did use it
Specimen Cards,
a clear pocket. But I mean, we've been using basically.
I love that, Colleen.
Yeah, we've been using acetate and, different, in different, I call it acetate transparency. Maybe, I mean, it's basically, you can buy them printed or plain.
Right. And you can use acetate, or you can use your laminator. Yeah, slides, specimen cards.
Exactly. So this one is printing and stamping on it. And this chapter, again, this is, again, like it's just fun to see the old techniques coming back. And this one is kind of neat. This is something you had mentioned to somebody about gluing the stamps onto a block to make for textures for your jelly plate.
Oh yeah, I have that. I do that. I have.
So this is in here, and that's one of the things it talks about is you can create your own texture plate by gluing various pieces of handmade and textured prints and cloths to a piece of cardboard, and you did yours to a piece of wood, and using lace, corrugated cardboard, cheesecloth texture. But you can see, like, they basically did that onto a piece of cardboard and then used as a stamp, which could apply to using for your jelly plates and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
using your fun foam, using your fun foam to create it, so on and so forth. So again, it's just nice to go back to.
I learned that from Dee Dee Catrone at Wow Studio. She took chipboard. When we took her class, she did a jelly plate class. She glued chipboard to wooden blocks. There's like this, and then I took some painters that drywall tape. Anything that has texture, you can glue it to something and use it on your jelly plate. So yeah, so when Johnny had all that the cardboard stuff, the cutouts and stuff, that I grabbed those because I'm just going to do that. I'm going to make a bunch of those and use them for texture.
So this one is using lettering and doodles and, graffiti lettering and different things in your artwork. And this one using transfer gel over a gel pen. I don't think I've done this before, but I was looking.
Oh, what is that?
Anyone has done this before. So you take white random, write on fabric with an oil-based gel pen. Get my thoughts together. Oh, flustered. Okay. Are all gel pens oil-based? Question mark. I don't even know. Like, is it gel? I thought gel pens were water-based. They smear, but so maybe there are specific oil-based gel pens.
Oh, and you know who might know is Janet here?
I don't honestly know. I've never heard of that, but I'm no gel pen expert by any means. So
Janet might know what kind of inks are in gel pens if she's still here. I don't know nothing. I love pens, but I know nothing about the ink that goes in them. Okay, Helen, the stuff that I glued to the big rectangle, one was some chipboard, the one that kind of looked like railroad tracks or a gate, that was chipboard, and then on the other side I used the drywall tape, you know, that looks like netting. Oh, Kelly Brooke asks if you're okay.
Yeah.
She will be.
Yep.
She will be.
So basically, you write on randomly on fabric with oil-based gel pen. You create doodles and then you transfer them on to this paper. It's really interesting. And you place a piece of parchment paper over the iron-on transfer, and you can transfer your writing onto a piece of cotton fabric with it. So I just never knew or heard of oil-based gel pens. Thanks, Brooke. I appreciate it.
Peggy's using gel pens right now.
I thought, yeah, like I said, I don't know, and I thought they were all water-based. So I'm slightly confused by this, but then I guess I haven't really looked into it. I just pulled this out yesterday or the day before. There's lots of neat techniques in here if you want to try it. Again, we've all kind of done some of this other stuff, like doodling into gesso and then adding the color, and then the marks still show.
Okay, Janice says, Google says gel pens have powder pigments and water-based something. Huh. Also, ballpoints have oil-based inks.
So this one is fabric paper patchwork collage, and this is pretty neat. So you're sewing your painted fabric and based onto a free-form stitch on them, and then this one you can kind of see what you haven't really done. Free-form kind of painting and stitching, making our own patterns on fabric.
That would be fun. We have enough fabric to paint on.
We sure do. Oh, I meant help. Okay. And then it talks also about then you do some handwriting on your fabric. You're basically just kind of making a quilt or collage with fabric. There's a lot of neat things. Transparencies, stitched to fused dyed collage is sewing your transparencies on.
Oh.
I mean, just like you can see a lot of, like this would be like a transparency sewn on. This one's using stitch edges. Like, it's just a lot of neat ideas in here to incorporate into your mixed media work. So there's a tape collage. We all know about tape.
I love washi tape collage.
Fabric strip collage, collage flowers. See about the tape collage. Cut painted papers, photocopies, or color lasers of artwork. Adhere to the canvas using clear packaging tape, working in sections at a time.
That does sound fun with the fabric.
Write words and permanent markers on top of the tape. Oh, that's interesting. So you're going to be basically attaching the clear tape over top of your painted papers, and then you go and write, drew, or doodle on top. Oh my God, I get my words together. Write, doodle, or draw onto the tape, and then put it on over top of what you're working on. So this is just kind of an example. It's just kind of a neat. I don't think I've ever done that. Because you would have to use like a Sharpie. It have to be alcohol. It had to be a permanent ink, obviously, to go over the tape. But that's a neat. I think that's a neat idea. Stitching funky, and there's also different stitch techniques in here. creating signatures, and there's a few different techniques for stitching. This one's called the funky binding technique.
Ooh,
I like the name of it. Funky binding techniques. I just like it.
Ooh.
So there you go. This one is a funky beaded.
And that's in the Tracy Bautista book?
Yeah. And
cool.
yeah, I think that's really, like I said, I haven't pulled this out in a very long time. So there's stitching, painting, paper towels, tape techniques, a little bit of everything. I wonder why she only made 2 books. I mean, I know she made stencils for Stencil Girls and stuff, but
I don't know. She hasn't been, I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of her with new stuff. I'm not sure what she's been doing lately.
this one is her art journal that she plays in.
Hey, Chili.
And, you know, she uses, it's just kind of look at the stitching that she does with this. Now this one I really love, and you know why I love it? Because it looks like chicken wire.
Oh, yes. Now what is that? That's stitching?
Yeah, binding your signatures, and it looks like
is that
chicken
a type
wire.
Of snap stitch? Ooh, that would be good. You could do that kind of binding on one of your farm journals, Colleen.
Right?
Brooke, show us that one.
All right, Brooke, we want to learn the chicken wire binding technique with beads.
Yes. Oh, with beads.
And then you put the beads on. Maybe you wouldn't have to, but I think the beads would give it that, you would notice it more. You know what I mean?
That's like that stitch she was doing that Eileen made her do. I bet it's like a combination of that with bookbinding.
So this one, and then it also talks about different things to use and make an art journal just to play in. And the things that she suggests, like collecting, and this is what year this come out. Let me double check. I'm going to look at the year. Where is it? 2006. Okay, so all of us think, so you know, you think, oh, this is new. Let's see, vellum, napkins, ledger, paper, 2006. Look how far behind we are at the times, Kathy.
Oh, she was using, oh, wow.
2006. She was using ledger paper, napkins, vellum, graph paper, envelopes. Okay, she's using Joss paper, hand-painted paper, handmade paper, magazine pages, catalog pages, photocopied images, dictionary pages, old book pages, fabric, tissue paper, brown bags, tie-back envelopes, receipts, maps, wallpaper samples, paint chips, ribbons, doilies, computer paper, newspaper, comics, and paper bags. So everybody thinks this is the 2021 style. This is 2006.
Okay, she used to teach on online classes also, Eileen said. Yes, she did. That was a while ago. And she used to be at like all those shows, but I haven't seen her around for a while.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Julie. Yeah, so I thought, you know, I was reading this and I was laughing to myself. I'm like, when did we start using ledger paper? A year ago?
Yeah.
I've had this book since 2006, and then the book is ledger paper. Oh, God.
Yeah, it took a pandemic and lockdown for us to find ledger paper.
Okay, so messy white patches in the art book. What does this mean? Messy patches in your art book. Create a journal with patchwork art quilt covers, altered paper, transparencies, and hand-painted cloth. Okay, just basically the stuff she talked about throughout the book. Here's a Wanderlust book.
Oh.
And this one says, collect various items from a vacation and bind them to create a travel journal on your trip. Here are some of the canvas cover ideas for any journal.
Okay, Colleen, she has a third book.
What?
Doodles Unleashed. It was out in 2012.
Hold
I
on.
may have that one.
I might have, hold on. I'm going to go look.
Thanks, Sherry. I thought she might have another one.
I may have it, and it's on a different shelf.
Yeah, because she did all the doodling and okay. God, Tracy Bautista. I used to love her style when I first started art journaling. I watched all her videos. She's really good inspiration. She does have stencils out with Stencil Girl. Hey, Jack. Oh, Funny Jack. Funny Jack. I have a 12-year-old boy and a dog, so I know exactly what that is. I'm not saying it. Yes, Brooke, put your Etsy link in. Please do. Or it might be somebody who knows the joke when we got the new puppy. But be good, Jack, or we're going to boot you.
I do have it. It was on a different shelf. Now I feel better because I'm like, I can't believe I don't have it. Bam. Thank you, Sherry. Doodles Unleashed.
Oh, you do have. I hope I have that one.
I had it on a different shelf. It wasn't with the other two. Techniques for doodling, mark making, and lettering.
Yeah, Brooke, put in your link. Brooke has some cool videos she did the past few days with Japanese stab stitching. She also has her stickers that she does every month. Okay. Alrighty.
I forgot all about that. Yes, it's just 3 books.
Yeah, I knew. I thought there was at least one more.
This one she made into. I like this journal. She said she began by creating the cover with the painted papers and stuff, but her book signatures are file folders. 2006.
Oh, file folders. What a novel idea. Although we had done stuff with file folders with
I know, but it just makes me laugh at the just have to laugh at yourself. At least that makes me feel better. Let's see.
Although we did file folders with Dee Dee a while ago.
Okay, there you go. File folders, postcards, graph paper, watercolor paper, napkins, maps, vellums, transparency, tags, and envelopes. And this is what she put into her Wanderlust travel journal. And then she talks about what you need to bind it and things like that. And let's see, different things that she used to create the marks and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I could go into buy the book. But anyway, there's a lot of mini die collages. She has a mini die collage book. What is this book? Book of Ruins. Ooh, look, it's all rusty. Book of Ruins. The Book of Ruins conjures up the ideas of crumbling cities and ancient stone walls. The feeling is captured by using metallic colors and found papers. The book is a perfect final resting place of leftover projects over the past. a faux metallic cover, random size pages, fused layers, found papers that are stained, deconstructed texture with layers of collage. Let's see what she used. She used crayons, watercolor paper, eyelets, staples, tapes, photos, transparencies, craft hammer, all. She did her own. Oh, okay, this one she made into a coloring book. So I think it's the principle of one book is for coloring. One book is her ruins book of like, I guess, projects not finished. This book is her travel book. This one is her messy patches art book, which she does, and this one is a messy art journal where she likes to play with techniques. And so those are her different journals.
Oh, you're welcome, Brooke.
Here's a coloring journal. This one, she fused collage on deli paper. Fused collage onto deli paper. See, covered images on page 63. Did I miss that? Hold on. Does that sound familiar to anybody? It doesn't sound familiar.
What's that?
She fused dyed collage on the deli papers. I don't know if we've ever done that. We've glued deli papers down and we jelly plated with deli papers, but I don't know if we've ever
dyed the deli papers.
Like
yeah, she went through a phase where she did a lot of dyeing. Huh. No, I don't think I don't remember using dyes on the deli. Huh.
What she did, it was collaging on top of the deli paper and then adding them. I guess I don't know if I've ever done that, honestly. I mean, it's not like a technical thing, but I definitely don't think I've ever done it.
Huh. I know. I love going through. I forget to do it. It seems like we're always so busy.
Oh, we're on to the next great thing.
Right. It's like
the next new line, again.
It's so fun just to go back and look at your old books to get inspiration.
This one is Retro Rags Art Quilt, and I love this binding. That's really pretty. So she used latch hook. She used, the latch hook for her binding, and then did latch hook things on it.
Oh, was that the one you used was that what you used on the,
I've never done latch hook binding.
Oh, okay.
I've done latch hooking before. It just doesn't sound right. I've done latch hook before, but not as on a binding of a journal.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Helen wants to know, how did she fuse the collage paper onto the deli paper? What did she use to attach the collage paper to the deli paper?
Good question. Oh, she made a purse. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the back let me look that up. And the back has a few little things you can trace and draw. Here's her girl, so you can use her girl images.
I love her girl.
And there's some of her doodles. I love this. She said, copy these patterns for your sewing machine. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Here's some her words, so you could take and
copy them.
Copy this and scan it and put these in here. And she said, but it is for your own personal use. It's not intended to sell.
Right.
So she put this in here for us to copy and use in our journals, but not sell.
The title of that one, Brooke, is that the Doodles Unleashed?
No, this was the
Collage Unleashed by Tracy Bautista. Let me get to my Amazon.
You can probably see if you bought it if you go there. It'll tell you when you bought it.
I know. It will. I'll find out.
I actually really like that feature. Okay.
I would think I had it just because I like collage and I like doodling. Collage Unleashed. It does not say.
Okay, so you're going to dye your paper towels and you're going to pull the layers apart. And then you're going to, this talks about, you know, basically diluting Elmer's glue, kind of making your matte medium basically yourself. And then you layer the colored paper towels, filling up a piece of freezer paper. And with different shapes and so on and so forth. And then building up the layers. And then once it's dry, you peel it off of the freezer paper. And then you have a beautiful transparent collage. Interesting. Then after that, then you pull apart the paper. Okay, then you take, after you pull them off of that, then you brush glue on top and you add them on top of deli paper. So you take all these dyed paper towels, use your matte medium, or she talks about what you can use to make your own matte medium, put it down on the freezer paper, peel it off, and then you use your matte medium again and you stick it on your deli paper. The stained, the colored paper towels.
Okay, so matte
I've never done that. I've never like attached anything to deli paper.
I haven't either, and that's such a cool idea.
Not just like the dyed paper towels, anything.
Right. Huh.
So
that would be something fun to do online, Colleen.
Yeah, this one she used, she cut apart a variety of black and white photocopies, which is like some of the ones she has in the back. And then she adhered, just put matte medium or whatever onto and put them onto the tissue paper and then glued it down. I don't know what the advantage of that is versus gluing it straight down in your book and adding it on tissue paper. I'm unsure. I don't know. So anyway, so she did that, and then she glued these down on her paper, and then this is so confusing. I'm sorry.
I have the collage one.
You'll be fine. You won't have me miscombobulated trying to do this. Okay, set a piece of freezer paper down. Place a piece of deli paper over the freezer paper. Cut apart various black and white images and adhere them. And I guess the glue is going to go through the deli paper and go through to the freezer paper, but then you're able to pull it off the freezer paper. It is the black and white images are adhered to the tissue paper. And then you take your color paper towels you made already and add them on top.
Okay, so you put down freezer paper.
Yes.
And then you put down your images.
Deli paper.
Oh, then you put down deli paper. Then you
glue your images down on it.
Okay. And then
pull it off of the freezer paper when it dries. Okay. And then you take your your paper towels and that you already added, you glued them together already on the freezer paper, and then you peeled those off, and then you're going to add those on top of this deli paper. You got this one on. It's just like a bunch of really thin, thin layers. Place a single layer of dye paper towel on the glued surface and dampen it, but don't over dampen it because they are paper towels. And then the idea is it's really thin, I think, and you can also stitch over it. That's my thoughts. I bet it's because you can stitch. Let's see.
It's pretty.
Layer then you can continue layering more collage with paper towels, and then keep adding it. That's it. See, I thought that's where she's leading to. So you keep layering. You can still see some of her initial black and white images. These are some stitch through it, and so you're only stitching through the deli papers then, like thinner things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you take those. And then you do some freestyle stitching, and then she leads you to what you do with the freestyle stitching, and then you take, and that made into a cover back here. Where was that? And then she used it on the cover. Wow.
I think we should do that. You want to do that next week?
That'll get the juices flowing. Just reading it, I'm like, what?
I know. I ordered the book, so you want to let's do that next week.
Are you getting it used or new? It'll take a while. That's where she used it on this book. She used that paper on this book.
I got used on Prime.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get it in a couple days. So maybe next week we could do that. And then I'll read it. It sounds like we need to read it. Maybe do it before we do it.
Yeah, it would be good if I was more focused today. But there's some. This is that. I mean, I'm always willing to try and do anything. I don't care.
I know, that sounds like fun.
I mean, everyone has done. And you ordered both, because there's also a print making unleashed and a doodles unleashed.
Okay, I have print making unleashed, and I should have doodles unleashed.
Okay, so these are all her books. Yeah, these, like I said, I forget to mention that if like Brooke is kind of like everybody new to mixed media doesn't have these, and these are some, like I said, oldies but goodies. That's for sure.
I'll be right back, Colleen.
Okay, the print making and expressive mark making is her other one. Yeah, like I said, is this all Eileen's fault? Because she was like, you have this book, you have this book, you have this book. This is a good book. And now I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look. So I'm like looking and then figuring out what I had. And then I came across the toy watercolor. And so I pulled this out, and then I saw these. I was like, these two. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to look through these. These, I haven't looked through these in forever. Apparently not good enough, because, she used ledger paper in 2006. Who knew? Some of these y'all probably know, using a hot glue gun to make, okay, she put it on like the Tim Holtz sheet, and then did some shapes and pulls them off, and that way you kind of make your own stencils. Everybody's probably heard of that. This one's freeze motion stitching with foam stamps. Huh. No, I've never stitched on foam. That's interesting. And it looks really cool. Let's see. This is a neat one. Has anyone ever stitched on fun foam? Raise your hand if you've ever stitched on fun foam. I have never stitched on fun foam. And she used fun foam, like freeform stitching, and then that's where she cut out some shapes, and then she stitched on them. I've never stitched on fun foam, hand stitched, machine stitched, ever stitched on that. This is about who's done it. Eileen has stitched on fun foam. I would too, Julie. She ordered both. Yeah, I have never stitched on fun foam. Eileen has done it. Eileen's done so much. It's unreal. I'm not too surprised that she's done that. I've never done that. No one else has done it. No one else is responding. This one is about embossing prints on foam stamps. What? Wow. You can also emboss, stamp and emboss your fun foam stitched images. Huh. And then you can also just ink them up, your stitched images, and then stamp with them, which makes sense after you do that. And then you ink them up and then you stamp with them. OMG.
What's this? The printmaking?
The fun foam.
Oh, the fun foam.
Eileen's the only person who spoke up. Have you ever stitched on fun foam?
No. Have I ever stitched fun foam? No.
I mean, like, could be sewing machine. It could be, this is sewing machine, but like, I mean, she has shapes and they do that. And then you can stamp with it because then the stitches act as a pattern. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, cool.
And then she also, that is, oh, so much. So you can also do some embossing with it. And then stamp it. And then after you emboss with it, you can flip it over and take it like while it's still wet, the embossing is still wet, you can flip it over and down. Besides the ink, you can like emboss on top of it and flip it over.
Cool.
Impressions like here, do you see the glittery? Do you see this is where they embossed it and it's glittery?
Mm-hmm.
So you emboss on it and that's where they stamped with it with ink. So there you go. This one is string fiber and rope textures. Oh, this is like gluing this stuff down on a piece of cardboard, raffia, and yarn. So then you can use this to like for textures on like your jelly plate.
Oh my God, raffia! I got rid of all my raffia. I swore I'd never use raffia again. We made when I lived in Chicago, we would have craft play dates. One year we made Easter bunnies out of tomato cages, and they were like 4 feet tall, and it was all made out of raffia.
Interesting. How do you don't ever want to do it again?
I think I made 2 of them. I made one for my sister-in-law.
This one is printing with needlepoint on canvas.
Oh, so you needlepoint on canvas and then use it for printing.
Yeah. Wow. So you take your needlepoint canvas, which I definitely, don't have any of that anymore, which is basically, everyone do, it's like cross stitching, but it's plastic canvas and you have a fatter needle and you use yarn and you sew back and forth through it. And I used to do the plastic canvas stuff long ages ago. Well,
I've done that. I've done needlepoint on material too.
And so then you take the plastic canvas, cut it out into shapes, and then you can print with these. So like she cut hers out, of course, into my favorite things is houses.
Oh, cute.
She cut them out into houses and then used them as a stencil. And then, so she did her background first. And then she did some inks, and then she used a brayer. But when she did the first one, she actually laid down some various needlepoint shapes. And then over top of that, she did inks and then brayer and then more inks. And then she said she placed her house-shaped stencil on a separate piece of colored construction paper, coat one side, the needlepoint canvas with fluid acrylics, and use a foam brush, and then stamped then on top of this.
Okay, guess what?
And this is a needlepoint thing that she cut like the inside out, so you'd have the big hollow circle.
Cool. So you could do that. You could actually, then you could stamp on your jelly plate to get the paint on the thing, and then do a pull.
Yeah, die cut. Oh, yeah, it makes sense. You can die cut the shapes from the fun foam if you have the thicker. You have the thicker Sizzix ones, not the thin ones. The thicker. So now I need some plastic canvas material.
I think I have some for that I use for texture for my jelly plate.
I don't have any of that stuff anymore. Puffy paint. Aha, puffy paint.
Oh, puffy paint.
Puffy paint. Puffy paint. This is puffy paint using Duralar. I have Duralar, so what made me buy it? I don't know why I have it, but I have Duralar.
Eileen, I have it too.
Interesting.
God. It's snowing.
Oh my God, it's snowing.
It's just like,
yeah, the Kleenex holders. Exactly, Dar. I made one. Yep. Kleenex holder. I also trying to think what else I did with plastic canvas. I mean, when you start like, you know, you cut them and then you gotta like loop them together to make shapes and make the tissue box. I made some other stuff. It's been a while. I don't have any of it anymore. That's for sure. I didn't have a lot of money, so we first got married and didn't have a lot of money, so I did a lot of that kind of stuff. This one, you take a sheet of Duralar and you used Collage Podge bottle and drizzle the medium onto. So she used her apparently Collage. She has Collage Podge in the squeeze bottle, and then she did the shapes. Then she added glitter, and then you can peel them off, I guess, and use them. And I guess you could do the same thing with creating your own stamps with the 3D. But the thing is, the 3D paint takes forever to dry. I will say that.
yeah.
Like, that if you do these, like you're not using these for a while. And then she stamped over top the dyed paper towels. Vintage lace hoops. And then did some screen printing with it. All got lace. I don't know about hoops, but
I have hoops. I have hoops.
You take some colored paste and you throw it on a fiber paste, dollop of fiber paste with some paint, spread it on there, and then you lift it off, and then you have a pattern on your paper. Wow.
Oh.
Cool.
I could choose. Okay, I've got to get, because I've got that lace that Peggy gave me. See, a lot of this stuff, Colleen, is stuff we've done on jelly plates.
That's true. This is before jelly plates came out. It was more of the glass and more of the t-shirt stuff, but not like what we use.
Right.
And this again is using found tools, which we all know about. To use again. The interesting one that I find that's on here are rollers. Oh, hold on. Look, the plastic rollers. There. Anyone got plastic rollers? Yeah. Boom. I don't have plastic rollers, but I had them when I was in hair school. Never used. Now I had a few older ladies. I used to do those where you roll them up and do the bobby pins. Some older ladies that like that, but I did not like doing it. It's terrible. Slide off. The hair would slide off of them. And then they later on came out with the things that you clamp over it, then instead of the bobby pins. I'm going way back, people.
Right, Peggy. Plastic mesh, an art show staple in 1970. That's for sure. Yes, it was.
1970? Well, I was using it in 1987, 88.
Yep.
And it was old then. That was really old.
It was not new.
This one is toothpick and skewer. We got plenty of skewers. We bought 8,000 skewers for the skewer book.
Oh,
gluing those down on a piece of wood and using these as texture.
okay. I can do that.
Because we are making the piano hinge book, so we have no shortage of skewers.
Oh my God, the piano hinge book.
Skewers and toothpicks. Printing on a plate. Yeah, like I said, some of this, like I said, we have newer tools. Oh, here's the old-fashioned. Did that in school, and then use these, cut out the little shapes and open them up, and then spray your ink there and make your own stencils, basically. Because we have flower stencils, so I would never go doing all that work. But if you don't have any, or snowflakes or whatever, you could do that.
Yeah, this was all pre-stencil girl, pre-stencils. Because remember, Colleen, at least when we started first art journaling, you couldn't. I mean, it was hard to find stencils to buy.
Oh yeah, I didn't have stencils. Hardly any. None of this stuff was available. You had to make your own.
Yeah. That's why I bought my puzzles.
This one's about molding paste and using found objects. Molding paste with wood texture. So this is just like laying your molding paste down and taking your rollers and whatever down and smush them into the paste. And if you don't want to use a stencil, you can use whatever is around. So in this one, they use wood to get, the texture of the wood. Let's see, this one is using. Now this one, they use canvas fabric and oil pastel crayon to do some rubbings onto the canvas.
Dar used to use orange juice cans to roll her hair. Came out perfect every time, 1970.
What?
Yep. Yeah, before they
made
the
long
rollers.
Hair to use orange juice cans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Empty.
Wow. I have never, and then it makes sense. You pull off the ends and then you could bobby pin those things in.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Now
and then you could heat them up with your blow dryer.
I guess you could then use technically biscuit cans, roll cans. You could have do along
Pop
like
cans.
Oh my God. Never heard of that. Oh my, that's funny. My mom was wearing wigs in the 70s. So yeah. She didn't need one. No, I mean, she didn't need one. It was a fashion statement.
Right, it was a thing.
That's why I thought it was
now, I want to say.
Is because she wore them for fashion statements, not for needed to wear them. Fashion statements. Now people put in extensions and things to make their hair look longer, or she would put on like a really long haired wig when she wanted to look hippie.
Uh-huh.
God, takes me back. And I'd be like, why are you wearing that? I never got it as a kid. I'm like, I don't get it. Grow your hair out. I don't get it. Balloons. Oh my God. Filling balloons with paint and then with darts. You throw a dart at it.
You're kidding.
That could be an interesting kids' paint party. You could have balloons filled with paint and then they throw, well, you can't have kids throwing darts. Okay, never mind. Don't do that.
No, don't.
I just thought about that.
Try this at home.
Darts at it and then however I've never done filled balloons with paint.
But you could do like water balloons and just throw it at the paper.
use a plastic syringe to draw out the paint. Blow up the balloon, holding them tight in your hand. Place the tip of the syringe in the balloon and fill it slowly with paint. Tie it off, and then third set. Oh gosh, mono printing.
Okay, Helen, thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Here's rolled cardboard to make shapes. Now this reminds me of the other thing it was in, the rolling the paper. Oh, it's terrible at that.
Okay, Devin said, thanks for keeping me company. You gave me, while she's driving, you gave me lots of ideas to try, but she won't be using orange cans for her rollers. Oh, come on, Devin, you're no fun.
I mean, seriously? I mean, you couldn't buy rollers the size of an orange juice can. If you had really long hair, I think that was really a smart improvise. If you had really long hair, to use that, because I don't think they made rollers that big.
Not then. I mean, you can get them now, but not then.
Because I wanted loose curls. She didn't want tight curls. She wanted loose curls. That was really creative. But yeah, I never heard of that.
That's funny.
Okay, and actually, Cheryl said orange juice cans were used to make your hair straight. You would put your hair in a ponytail on top of your head and wrap it around the can. This was in the 70s. What? I need that. Okay, I love the 70s era. I'm learning. I had no idea about this stuff. Wow, that's cool, Cheryl. Thanks for saying.
Little did you know.
I didn't know. And you wrap it around the orange juice can. Straighten it. Interesting. I have wavy hair, so I could see me wanting to straighten. So instead of a flat iron, flat irons in.
Oh, I had friends that used to iron their hair with a regular iron. Because
unless it was humid. Yeah. So this is curling up pieces of cardboard that you cut with your rotary trimmer, and then you cut it into shapes to use on your jelly plate. The cardboard shapes and glue them. So like that.
It almost looks like twilling.
The paper one. Yeah, where you ran it through the little applicator and yeah, I never had the patience for that hobby.
I never tried that, but it looks like twilling. It's beautiful.
Here's clay relief plates. Oh, what? Wait a second. I have my extra pieces of this stuff. Can this work? Hold on. What is this? Hold on. I gotta see if this works with this. Oh, God. Okay. Stop dropping things. Okay, that makes sense. So so basically roll out some clay and she used her handmade stamps. You can use any stamps and stamp into the clay, let it dry. And then you add paint to your clay and flip it over and blump it on your paper. Like basically this.
Oh.
But with clay.
Yeah, just use that for printmaking. Use that on your jelly plate.
Hello. I'm going to smush this into my jelly plate.
Yeah, tomorrow, if we jelly plate with Brooke, come on with us and you can try that. It won't be till afternoon.
Tomorrow I have several appointments. So
okay.
Do that.
Okay, but next time.
Yeah. But yeah, you could definitely take like these. I did the cream paste and swish them into your jelly plate if you aren't going to glue it on a canvas, because once it's colored, it may not coordinate for what you're intending it for, but kind of the same principle. So.
Oh my God, listen to this, Colleen. Peggy ironed her hair too. Curly hair was not in style in 1970. Twiggy ruined her life.
Twiggy.
Poor Peggy.
It's Twiggy.
Oh, and Cheryl said it was Cher too. Yep, Cher with that long black hair.
Oh, Cher. Yes. I love Cher. Studying Cher. Okay, Maria said, okay, Cheryl said straight hair was the rage. She ironed her hair. You ironed your hair as well in the 70s. You're talking like an iron?
Yeah, I have friends that used to iron their hair.
Oh my God. That's scary. Okay, that's scary. I'm hoping you're talking about a curling iron that you manipulated, because that's scary.
No, that was before curling irons.
Oh my God.
Pre-curling iron.
Large, oh my God. Cheryl said Marie said she used large cans to straighten her hair and an iron too. What? Who's Twiggy? Twiggy. Everyone called Cher Twiggy.
No, Twiggy was the model. Cher was the singer.
Okay, I don't know who Twiggy is. Okay,
You know Twiggy? She was popular like in the early 60s, or mid to late 60s.
A real
Early
iron.
70s.
You could singe your hair right off. That was
Right.
so crazy.
People did too.
Oh my God.
Becky, I'd do anything for a date.
It's okay, Maria. Thanks for popping in. Use your embossing folder on some fun foam to make for stamps.
I thought I was going to say she used an embossing folder on her hair.
Super skinny blonde model. Thank you. I didn't know that. Terry knew she was, unless I'm the only one. Okay, so when you're doing the fun foam stitching things, you can take your fun foam and then run them through the texture plate, and then Eileen said use that on your jelly plate. And then that's a good idea. Then when you get done, if you don't hate it, you can stitch all over that and cut it out, shapes out of it, and run it through your die cut if you have the thicker square Sizzix die cut thing. Oh my gosh. Clay stamps. We have this one is again using clay, but there she made holes. Of course, we have stencils technically that have holes in them, but again, if you don't, this is before all the
Right, like a mask. It's like that would be like a mask.
Yeah, a mask. It just everything's more easily, but it's really interesting to see some of these things we could still use that they're just to implement. So fiber leaf paste.
Well, this is how the stuff we use today, this is how it evolved.
Oh, that's well said. How it evolved. You're so smart. That's exactly it. You are smart, and that's exactly it. This is how it evolved. But people like Tracy Bautista and others who are like using this and that and this and that, and then boom, products were made as a result of it.
I know these kids don't know. They don't know how good they have it. They've got hair straighteners, Brazilian blowouts, hair.
I agree, Marie. They don't realize it because you guys, again, it's the same as Tracy Bautista using all these things, and then later on products were made to do these things. It's the same with the hair. They're using orange juice cans and different things, and then they came out and irons, and they came out with straighteners and so on and so forth. After the other people, we had to be creative, and then someone says, hey, we'll make that, manufacture that, and make millions.
Okay, Janice says, I don't mind any of it except bell bottoms. She still hates them.
Oh, I love bell bottoms.
I love bell bottoms. Bell bottoms with like high heel clogs.
I don't have the figure for skinny pants. And my legs are, I just don't. My legs are too, unless you have skinny legs, you don't look good in skinny pants. I hate those things. There's only if you have stick legs like Twiggy.
Exactly. Twiggy.
This one talks about color palettes, and then we got getting more printmaking, stencil skins, fused dye collage skins, collage paint skins. So looking for anything that is fusible painted prints on fabric. Digital photography stencils. What?
What?
I carry my smartphone around everywhere. I take inspirational photos during my walks, excursions, while I'm creating art. I use daily snapshots to create a kind of stencil for your mixed media creations. We use Photoshop. And then she uses Photoshop to edit. She was using Photoshop then to edit her photos. Or maybe she created these things and edited these, her prints and stuff on it.
I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. So here she got these painted shapes, and then she took and cut out, then she took a knife and then cut them out to make a stencil.
Okay, cool.
Then she did it was her own flowers she painted,
And she did by hand.
And she did by hand, and then by cutting it out, and then made a stencil with it.
Cool.
Creative. Digital photos. This talks about digital image ideas. Plexiglass, which we know now it's easier to do as we tried the swishing of the ink and all that. It's easier to use a jelly plate. Ghost prints, dimensional, hand cut stencils over fabric skins, acrylic skins. Okay, I can't pronounce this word.
What is it? Sgraffito doodles? Is it some kind of graffiti doodling?
Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't know why you have an S on what makes it different.
Scratching? Like, is it scratching and graffiti?
Maybe that's it. Oh, she used tar gel.
Oh.
Tar gel, another tar gel.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Cass, Kathy Arbor's probably on doing some watercolor stuff. If you want to pop over there.
Yeah, in the 80s they were back, and I had them, and I loved them. I can't fit any of my pants in the 80s, so I'd still be wearing a couple sizes bigger. I loved them when they came back in style, and they were kind of in style in the 90s. It was in early 2000s too.
What was that?
The bell bottoms, and I think Katie told me, my daughter told me, the bell bottoms are kind of be coming back because it's going to be coming back in the next year or two, which I'm excited about. She read that the bell bottoms are coming back, and then Cheryl said she did not like them either, but she wore them all the time.
Because we had to. There was nothing else to wear.
Stop with the bad memories.
Oh, I'm sorry, Janice.
Oh, yeah. I'm always walking on my pants with bell bottoms. I love them, but I end up walking on my pants.
And then they'd be like worn out behind
the bottom wear because they rub on the ground because I'm short. Yeah, I'm short. I really didn't care because it just kind of gave it this kind of like with art. It gave it a grungy look. So really didn't
And then if they were really long, it would cover your whole shoe, and then they'd be all grunged out all the way around.
All the way around, dirty and that kind of clean,
dirty and grungy.
Yeah. This is using anyone who crochets. You crochet a string, and then you use that on your jelly plate.
Oh, that's a cute idea.
That is a cute idea. So anyone who crochets, you crochet different width chains, and then you could lay those around to jelly print with.
But see, again, who was it? It was either Pam Carricker or Ray Messinger. They made Stencil Girl made their stencils that were knitted. Knitted and crocheted stencils.
The bottoms are Target. Oh, I'm gonna have to look online because if you can't use the dressing rooms, I don't even bother. I just like order pants online and return them. Or it's all store dependent. Some of the stores have got dressing rooms open, mostly the fancy ones. My daughter told me are expensive ones. But places like regular stores still don't let you use the dressing room. No one's buying pants till they open these up, and we're all in a restroom together. I don't get the whole dressing room thing. Do every other dressing room. I mean,
right.
Or they don't do every other bathroom at the stores. Do every other dressing room. I don't understand why dressing rooms are shut down with COVID. I don't at all get it. Do every other dressing room.
It's more probably to have somebody there to clean them. They got to pay somebody to clean them.
Yeah, maybe it's the cleaning part, but they don't clean everything else we touch at the store. I don't know. I'm just kind of aggravated with. I'm over dressing rooms being closed. That's my rant for the day. I'm over it. I've not bought a pair of pants. I bought a brand I've worn before, 2 pairs of jeans, and that's it. Because I knew it's a brand I wore, so I knew what size to get. But because I need new jean shorts. It's like, open the dressing rooms for God's sake.
I know.
Women, I mean, that's something that Katie, even her friends and stuff are all talking about. They're not buying pants. Women want to try on pants. Hello, stores. We all, no woman's built the same, and no pair of pants is the same. Yeah, so that's my rant of the day. Open the damn dressing rooms. I am over it. I'm over the dressing rooms. I've probably been okay with most everything we've had to go through, but the dressing rooms, done. I want pants.
Oh, it's sanitizing the clothes you try on that you don't want.
Well, the people are doing is going and buying them, trying them on, and returning them. They're not sanitized when they're returned. I guarantee they're not.
I wonder if the stores sanitize them when they return them.
They don't sanitize them. How are you going to sanitize a pair of pants besides washing them? Then they're not new anymore.
With the UV light.
That's probably the reason they're using. But in all reality, when we return them, they're just going to hang them up, put them back up, but they're not technically liable. Could be the reason. The stores are saving money because there's probably less theft in, dressing rooms. People will probably steal, but, there's people a lot of people want to buy pants and don't. Okay, I can buy a bathing suit without trying it on. I mean, it's just, let's go there, right? Sorry, this ain't working. Yeah, I'm over this whole dressing room business. When she wore the bell bottoms, she said she would trip over them all the time. That's why she didn't break her neck.
I know, right? We must have just gotten used to knowing how not to trip.
Okay, so there's doily print collage plates. So we can use doilies. I don't know if we've used a bunch of doilies down when we do jelly plating. We have a million doilies.
No, I've used lace. Someone give Colleen a chill pill. She's losing it.
I am losing it. I'm kind of uncomfortable right now. So then, so I'm kind of like, right now, feeling. And, and the whole dressing room thing, I want to buy pants, people. I just want to buy pants and try them on like a normal store and leave and buy them, and I know they fit. That's all I want in life.
It's the little things. It's the little things.
Here is I'm all like blah right now. So, here is the zip tie. Now, you could use zip ties to make shapes. I have never seen anyone do this.
Oh, what is that?
Zip ties.
Oh my God.
Zip ties to make a leaf shape.
I'm sorry. I'll buy a stencil.
I agree.
Put together zip ties.
That would be a lot easier to buy a leaf stencil. But again, this is before they had them. She did this on muslin. She used fabric. Here's more foam stamp ideas of, cutting, lines into them, et cetera, to give your leaf.
I love Tracy Bautista, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to put together zip ties.
Yeah, pass me a chill pill, please. Pass me a chill pill. Many chill pills. I need that. I need that right now. I'm ready to just write all of the stores and complain to all the corporate.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready. The stores I shop at do not allow go and use your dressing rooms. I'm ready to be like, other stores are doing it. You can too. Yeah, this one I love. This is the print that she did with the plastic canvas. And, she did this and then added this on the side. I really like this one. I definitely want to get some plastic canvas. I'm very excited about the idea of using some plastic canvas to try it. Now, there's these other stuff I have that's like, it's not as hard as plastic canvas, but it's similar to plastic canvas. Carpet stuff. I know Barb Owen used it one time, and then I bought it. But
What was she using it for?
It's brown and it's stiff, and it has the crisscrosses similar to plastic canvas. I have that somewhere. Probably need to locate it.
Maybe with texture stuff.
This one's neat. This just shows some of her work that she's done, where she used needlepoint. Some she used her sewing machine and did the crazy stitching and needle pointing and different things on fabric with all of her prints that she made. So it's, tons of really neat stuff. And this she painted over a black and white copy of her original artwork.
We're still here, Lisa.
Graffiti canvas over painted cloth, color mark making inspiration, gesso fabric prints. Four panel cutout collage, color palettes, and the end. That's the, tours of the book. Ooh-wee.
Well, this turned out to be a nice book
I'm
flip.
sorry, Lisa.
Huh?
Lisa said you spent the night in a hospital. Is everything
Oh,
okay?
no.
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Well, you put your feet up and just watch.
Oh, I could do finger painting.
Yep.
Okay, this is in the doodle book. Finger painting background. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, because you do your backgrounds, and then you doodle on top.
Yeah, she finger painted the backgrounds and then doodled on top. Well, she did it in pencil and then went over it with marker or whatever, or paint. Now, ink jets. Let's see what else is in here. Some really inspiration photography, inspiration from nature, and then so you can paint it. And we all know about that. Typography. Oh, this is using magazine images. That's a neat one. Look at that collage. Oh, that's
cool.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh,
I love collage.
I know collage is so fun. Organic backgrounds. This chapter is about organic backgrounds. Oh, I like this one. Resistant scribbles, repurposed photocopies, Repurposed photo collage with flowers, tissue paper. Here's the tissue paper.
Cute.
She used chisel tip permanent marker, fuchsia fine use permanent marker, highlighter, and she did all this on tissue paper.
Oh, you could use Poscas.
Yeah, I've never done graffiti tissue paper.
That would be fun.
Okay, this one I need to put a bookmark on that one. I like that one.
Yeah, we could do scribble scrabble tissue.
Scribble scrabble tissue paper. Like it. 2 units of blood and an iron infusion. Oh, so sorry, Lisa. I hope you're feeling better. You home
Yeah, I
now?
hope you feel better. You take it easy today.
Yeah, I want to try this one. And then after you're done, then it says, then you use permanent markers. Using permanent markers when bleeding, tissue splash, let paint dry. Oh, I guess it is if you're using some alcohol like markers or whatever, and you're not using paint markers, put like something underneath because it's going to bleed through the tissue. Like back to using the freezer paper or this, it's something behind your artwork, which makes sense. This is kind of
so after all that blood and the iron infusion, you probably feel really good.
This reminds me of some of the tissue paper that Dina Wakely has, but hers is her art, but like the scribble scale, this is using typography. Using all this would be fun to make. This is using all of our letter foam stamps and stuff.
Oh, that would be fun. Oh, and if you do the stuff on the blocks and do like block printing, paint on it.
And then you can tear these up and just use these and tear them and use them on your thing. Because I mean, most people will stamp on tissue paper and stuff, but I don't know if I've seen anyone do anything like with the stamps, making your own fun paper or doing the scribble scrabble on it. And this one she used different colors and layered them and so on and so forth. Some good ideas. Both of these are good ideas. You feeling great now? Well, I'm really glad you're feeling good now. Aw. Transparency layers. She likes transparencies.
Oh, we have all that acetate.
Yeah, we do. We could do something with it. Stencils, fabric stencil backgrounds. Oh, okay. This one she was she painted on a piece of unbleached muslin and then just used her doilies and stuff again and just sprayed it. I mean, you don't have to necessarily jelly print it, just, sprayed through it.
Do the sprays.
Yeah, like the paper we buy that they do the coffee with.
Yes, I'll have to get, because I have Peggy. I think she sent you some too. I've got lace from Peggy.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect for that. And then the lace is pretty to use because it's all painted.
Agree. Yep, then you reuse it again. This is collage canvases, basic collage canvas technique. Graffiti collage. Exercise graffiti.
I like her style.
Digital images, mark making techniques.
You can see like a lot of artists that we follow. She's been their inspiration and stuff.
Yeah, her flowers and stuff remind me of the girl you like that you follow.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy
Weinsaffel.
Yeah, her stuff looks similar to Tracy's.
Yeah.
Tracy and Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy Weinsaffel. If you follow her on Instagram, she's been painting furniture. She's been painting her flowers on some furniture. Somebody asked her to do like a coffee table or like a table for outside. And then she just did, a friend of hers built, you know, the big planters that are on stands made out of wood to do your garden in. She painted one of those, and it's really cool.
This is using the pipette.
Oh, pipettes.
That's how she made these flowers. And if you're unfamiliar with the pipette, they're on Amazon. That's what they look like. It's a big plastic dropper.
Colleen, you know what I just thought of? You know what would be good to like to do those flowers with? The glass pens, the glass tip pens in ink.
Oh, this one.
Yes.
Cool.
That might be good with black ink to do that stuff on top of the collage.
This one she used bleeding tissue.
I have some of that from Mitts.
And
okay, Dorothy, enjoy Kathy.
Sumo
no
ink.
problem.
Oh, ink tents. Eileen's
Kathy
favorite.
said hi.
I'll see you later, Dot.
Yeah, if anybody wants to double dip, Kathy Arbor's on, probably doing watercolor.
I'm going to be getting off anyway in a few minutes. He's a finished flipping through his book.
Yeah, that sounds good. That'll be about 1:30.
There's collage podge techniques here, making a resist. I guess that these books are pretty nice, and I'm assuming they're not very expensive because they're older, but I don't know.
The ones I saw around like 12, even the used ones were around $12, which isn't bad.
Which is cheaper than what they were originally. I love this look. This reminds me of the things I did on the canvas.
Yes.
When I did the canvas art.
Yeah.
Copic layers.
Like, what's her name? Oh, we like her stamps. Oh, she sells her stuff at Joggles. Why can't I think of her name?
You talking about Art by Marlene?
Yes. Art by Marlene is reminiscent.
Wow, she even has a place you could download the doodle faces. I don't know if it still is there or not.
Oh, nice.
You know, after all this time, if it's still there. You know, I never download them. That would have been good to do.
That would be fun.
Then
just
I would have had them.
Play with them.
Yeah, she did. She did that so you could play with them. She shows you different things to do with the glamour faces.
Cool.
So if you download it, then she shows you. Yeah, I like that. That way you're learning different things.
Thanks, Star.
You don't have to. Oh, I love this one. This is the process how she did this one. Look at her.
Ooh.
Gorgeous.
Oh, that's right. She always had the one eye sticking out.
I love this. She used soft pastels. She used the paint that Eileen likes, the Matisse dirt, which is really expensive. Flow acrylic paint.
Oh, that's the one Eileen was going to get first, right, Colleen?
Yeah, I think so. The whole line.
The whole set. She was going to buy us each a set.
I need that Matisse flow acrylic paint, Eileen.
Right, Eileen? That'll wake her up.
Waterproof India ink, soft pastel, pan pastels. Oh, yeah. So that's what she used on that one. This is using a digi face. How to do that one? Collage face. We love collage.
Eileen just laughed.
And she's listening. As soon as that Matisse paint.
Okay, so you know who else reminds me of her is Amanda Evanston. How she does like the acrylics and then the pastels and stuff, the same type of layering, but in her own style.
I'm not answering that. I'm really confused because it came up with an area code that's legit in this area, but it says it's from the Virgin Islands.
Oh, well, that's a scam call.
And yeah, I'm confused. It's a local number, but it says Virgin Islands.
Yeah,
I know
probably
everybody.
he wants to sell you some property.
I am always, I don't fly, so I don't know anybody in the Virgin Islands that's calling me. Yeah, don't you love these calls? And drawn letters. So anyway, this is a good book too. So I hope everybody had a good time. And
hey, what's that
I'm
art
sorry
journal?
this book flipped through, but that's all I'm kind of up to today. So
Hey, Colleen, what's
that's
the
all I
art
can-
journal underneath?
Oh, ugh. There we go.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all-
thank you for doing the book flips.
Oh, you're welcome.
I just
Everybody
was
got
kind of
inspired.
I was kind of doing bee papers while you were doing that.
I'm glad you guys had fun. It was fun to reminisce our 1970s stuff. Thanks everybody for sharing their stories.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate that.
Is that a new art
fun.
journal, Colleen, or is that one you already did?
I've had this one. It's funny you mentioned because this is an Art by Marlene one.
Oh, okay.
This is the one I started putting in the Life book and Wanderlust in, and that's why I did this one in.
Oh, cute. Let's
I put-
see.
This is the one I did for the Wanderlust week 16.
Nice.
And this has got watercolor paper in it. And nice thing is too, you can take it out and work in it and then put it back in. And this
Oh, it's a binder. That's really nice.
so you can pop them in, pop them out. And then I was able to pick which side I wanted to use. Like I did some jelly printing on both sides as the base to decide
what
which
colors
ones I
to
was going to
use.
use. Yeah. And then after you're paint them and put them back in, they're already punched, and it's kind of nice because everything's, and I was able to use the back of this one. But yeah, it's nice because you can, because again, I took this out and I jelly printed, put it back in and painted. Yeah.
Nice.
I like this journal. I don't have very much in it, but this is the only person I know that has this concept.
I like
There's
that.
The watercolor paper. That one was so ugly.
That's
but
cute.
I do love ducks. That was one of my favorites from Life Book in 2019. But like I said, she's the only one that has in a little zipper pouch or stuff, that concept of the binder and the watercolor paper.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a cool book. I like it.
Okay, well, thanks, everybody. This was fun. And thanks for doing the flips, Colleen. Those were great.
No, I didn't make it. I bought it at joggles.com. I bought this from. They carry all of Art by Marlene's stuff.
Well, I hope everybody.
And I think they still sell these. This is not her newest one. But this is her biggest one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I hope everybody had fun. I hope you got some inspiration. Found some new
I'll let you know
ideas.
on Friday, and I'll post on Twitter where I can stream or not.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted about Friday, and then maybe next Tuesday we can do that that Tracy Bautista thing.
Sounds good to me.
Unless something else jumps out at us before then.
Maybe by some miracle my art foamies to show up. I'm still waiting for them. I want to use my flower pots. All right, see y'all later. Take care, Lisa. Everybody have a good day.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.